the girl's body and tell you, is there any blood here now? And things like that. The question is that these people are not ready to assist you. And Kelly, when you are going to war, you have degrees of the release of the weapons you have. When it becomes necessary to throw a bomb, you do it. Or do you need to shoot a bullet when you have a bomb available and in a situation that you need
can give you great advantage?
Of course, you see, that is the strategies in advocacy. You have your weapons, you release them systematically. Because if I go to police to report a matter, I won't tell you that I have evidence of this act. I'll chronicle my case in a report, in a document, in a petition, and I'll give to you. Okay? And I want you to initiate the process. For instance, when I get the cases of violation, the first thing I tell the person, please take the person to the police, get police document, and head to the hospital immediately. You don't go to the police and begin to disclose identity of the people who perpetrated it.
Why?
Because if you disclose identity immediately and it's a powerful person, buying and selling may start immediately.
With the police?
Exactly, may start at that point. So you go, you get the evidence, for instance, that you were violated. And what I tell people, when you get to the police and you make a report, please go home and write a formal petition. So
after the initial report that you've written?
Yes, after you, in a serious case, if you make a report now on the emergency spot.
At the police station?
At the police station, go home now and write a petition. You know why?
No.
So that you know, because you may come tomorrow and it may not be what you said again that is in the document. So say say that's your case. Write it yourself and let the person have endorsement and return. So it will always show the world, look at what I reported, look at what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what is contained in this document.
So it also means that the police could change your statement.
Of course, a lot of things happen. Particularly that I'm responding to powerful individuals, particularly when powerful individuals are involved.
Wow.
These are the kind of things you do first. When you do it, when you go to the police, you now tell them, I want to take that my petition as my statement. Whatever I'm saying here, whatever I want to consolidate it, this is my statement. So anyway, you have your statement. Now you expect the man you have met to do his job.
As a police officer?
Yes, to start investigation. Like, for instance, if I go to a government hospital, I go to a hospital and I get a report that there is a case of violation or whatever, I expect the police to go to the hospital and get the doctor to do a report to them outside the one given to me. The doctor will do it and give to them. Then they'll continue their investigation from there. Then if at any stage, somebody tries to be funny, then that is when you begin... Getting things like videos will become the last option. Because you see, you need to, everybody is a suspect as far as I'm concerned until we get justice. You have to monitor and follow up everybody at every level. Because there's no doubt we're a corrupt society. We have even acknowledged that as Nigerians. Even our leaders have acknowledged that we are fantastically corrupt. So it is the responsibility of you as a Nigerian, your duty as a lawyer, to meticulously follow the process to avoid leakages. Because once you don't follow the process, there are times you go to court and at the end of the court sitting, you say, I apply for the record for the day. I want to have the record of what happened today. After tomorrow, you apply for the record again. Next tomorrow, I apply for the record. If the case lasts for 4 years, I will apply for the record on every day for 4 years. So at the end of the day, when we have concluded that case, if I have any complaint, I have a basis of reaching my complaint to anybody. So, but when you handle some of these things, haphazardly, there have been people who were harassing ladies and those ladies agreed after a long time to do it with them. And actually they followed them to a hotel and people broke in there and caught them and caught the person doing the act of harassment. Such things has happened in the past. So, we cannot say the person is such a powerful person. Therefore, we cannot speak out because you are endangering the system.
So we need circumstantial evidence.
We need circumstantial evidence. We need evidence to. It's not once you notice there is trouble, start taking preemptive actions. Start taking actions, to gather evidence. Because the easiest thing somebody can tell you as a police officer that I can't see anything. And truly, if you don't place anything on for him, there is nothing the person will rely on to carry out an action. And that becomes a safe haven. For remember, those who carry out harassment are carried away by emotions that from the beginning, they don't seem to reason. The act of sexual harassment or desperate demand for sex or trying to doesn't come often with
natural eye.
Exactly. And that is why you see, even in our university, some lecturers have been sacked for such things because some of those girls gathered evidence. They were able to follow them up, until the point there was sufficient evidence that embarrassed the universities enough to say you leave the system.
So, are there organizations that people can reach?
Of course,
victims can reach.
Yeah, Doctors Without Borders are always there to attend to victims of rape and sexual harassment, particularly when there is issue of penetration.
But that will be for treatment now, not prosecution.
Of course, that's what you them. Organization like the Civil Rights Council is there for you to reach.
That's your council.
Exactly. The organization like Rivers Civil Society Organization is there for you to reach, and there are many other NGOs. Social Development Integrated Center, many NGOs are there, said for you to come and report. In fact, and on daily basis, these reports are made. There are two things militating, and I must be fair. The problem often, I must tell you that in recent times, the police, particularly, some of these sexual-related offenses are given to female police officers to handle.
Okay.
And they're emotional about it. They're very serious about it. In fact, if you want to get somebody nailed for rape and such things, please, if your IPO is a female police, or particularly those female police, they don't want to hear it. Female magistrates, female judges don't want to hear. They don't want to hear. In fact, some of them will put you in prison without even listening. They don't even want to hear that a man. Some of these senior females, they don't want to hear that a man violated a child, or that you are sexually harassing a woman. Some of them will not even listen too much. As soon as they are arresting you, they are taking you to court, and the magistrate, the female ones, they are putting you off in prison. In fact, they will conclude your matter. This thing they say cases last for 4 or 5 years. No, they will conclude your matter in 6 months. They will adjourn it every other day and get you convicted. It will be difficult for you. Just pray that you are innocent before you get out. Any form of association, any form of attachment with that crime, they're putting you away with maximum punishment.
Okay. Let's move away from here. Let's talk politics.
Yes.
Let's go back to our usual somewhat on the show. Yesterday, Aidatuwa was sworn in. It happened around 4 p.m. or so yesterday. He was sworn in after all the back and forth, all the drama. While you have praises for Akeredolu, I've read some comment that said he was just at the verge of tarnishing the image and the respect that he had gained for himself with the way the deputy governor was treated and so on and so forth. Perhaps the people of Ondo State would be happy now. It would be mixed reaction, but the political crisis would be somewhat settled.
Yeah.
But it would also be sad that the governor will no longer be there in person to perhaps do the things that he had started, complete them. But those that cherish seeing his personality, whenever they saw or listened to him, all of that will be lost now. And then the president talks about power being transient. We closed on this note yesterday. If there's a lesson to learn from, we're also celebrating the life of Gali Naba, Speaker of the House of Reps. Both of them dying on the same day. I don't want to say, do we learn from these things? I was listening to the president when he said power is transient, and I'm like, we need to serve models and all of those things. Do they hear?
Well, the truth of the matter is that whether we hear or not, power is transient. Our life here on earth is transient. But often we tend to be carried away by the things of life, not to learn these lessons. And we keep on making the mistakes made over and over again. Okay? But whether power is transient, and evidences are abound. In our own country, evidences are abound. It is wisdom, therefore, for any man who has opportunity to serve, to do so with dedication, to see it as a rare opportunity given, possibly once, to see it as a rare opportunity to who say behind me, what opinion do they have of me behind me? Who do they say I am? Jesus asked his disciples, who do people say I am? He was asking them, what opinion do people have about me behind me? Because in front of him, they have praised him as the Messiah, particularly each time he gave them food. They praised him as the Messiah, particularly the time he cured their diseases. They praise him. But beyond this, when I'm not there, you that mix up with them so much, that live in their communities, who do they say I am? And
what are they saying about me?
Yeah, what are they saying about me? And that is very important. And I keep on telling people, what people will say by my graveside is of great importance to me. What would they be saying when I'm no more? What opinion would they think? And that is what is important for every Christian. I'm happy both in African traditional religion, in Islam and Christianity. All of them preaches good reputation. All of them preaches dedication to service. All of them preaches honesty. Because whether you like it or not, people will relate with you the way you are. When you seem to be powerful, so strong, very stubborn, very difficult, men will be patient with you. But I guarantee you, they will pay you back at the due time. And we have seen it happening even right in front of us. It is a lesson for all of us to learn, for those who will learn.
Okay. So there's a trend in River State now. Not a trend, there's a particular story of interest. You must have heard Darlington Orji, former chief of staff to Samuel Wanosike, that's the chairman of Ikore local government area.
And former PDP
spokesperson.
Yes, exactly.
He was a spokesperson for the PDP. Yes. Resigned his appointment as chief of staff.
Okay, to
Samuel Wanosike.
Okay.
When I heard that news the first time, I suspected, because Darlington Orji and Samuel Wanosike, as far as I can remember, they've been very close.
Okay.
In fact, my first contact with Darlington Orji was through Samuel Wanosike, who had just left his position as PDP spokesperson when I think he was appointed as caretaker committee chairman of the PDP. Okay. I can't say if he was just elected as a council chairman or he was doubling as caretaker committee chairman and spokesperson of the PDP in River State at some point. I can't tell now the exact position. But I know that, when he became the chairman of Ikore local government area, Samuel Wanosike, Darlington Orji became the Darlington Orji. Okay, I'm mixing it. The point is, I got to know Darlington Orji through Samuel Wanosike.
All right.
Right? In my journey with them. And there were times I needed to get through. I'm saying this on radio, and if he's listening, he probably knows. When I needed to get through to Darlington Orji, and Darlington Orji's schedule would not accommodate our conversation, I will reach Samuel Wanosike. And Samuel Wanosike will tell me, get back to Darlington Orji. And the moment Darlington Orji hears Samuel Wanosike says you should come, he calls me back. He says, I'm coming. That's the way they've been. But when I heard that he had resigned his position, I said, this must be strong and deeply rooted. I later found out that he's in support of Sim Fubara.
Yes.
And Samuel Wanosike, in some of the viral clips that we have seen, is firmly standing with Nyesom Wike. I even see some of his tweets on X, how he continues to support Nyesom Wike. Right? He will retweet some of the things that Nyesom Wike said. Even some of those videos, he will literally post those videos online for people to see and everything. And somebody was saying to me recently, Kelly, I hope that this crisis will just remain with verbal exchanges and they will not turn violent. Let us not get to the stage where people begin to die. Because that is where things usually cascade to.
Yeah.
In River State.
Yes.
They just snowball into, you start hearing attacks here and there.
Not only in River State, across the world.
But at least it's really peculiar around here. You know, you remember when we had Order 21, Order 22, and people were complaining, and then people went for campaigns. People were doing road shows, and they were attacked.
Yes.
Just for coming out to do road show, to tell the people, see also, we no position here, but we they move. They are attacked for doing that. They go to locations that are not even the designated locations that those executive orders are supposed to cover, and they're still attacked at those locations. So when the person said it to me, I said, I fear that it may not remain as verbal exchanges.
Okay.
It could snowball into attacks. So where am I going to? There was an attack on Darlington Orji's home.
Okay.
And now there are exchanges between Darlington Orji and Samuel Wanosike's camp.
Okay.
Orji says, let me read the story. It's in our 7 a.m. bulletin this morning. So let me read that story, and then we'll continue from there. He says they attacked him. Just give me a moment to get that story. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the Ikore local government area of Rivers State, Darlington Orji, has accused the local government authorities and the local vigilante unit, OSPAC, of trying to assassinate him and his family. Darlington, who resigned as the chief of staff to the LGA chairman, Samuel Wanosike, made the allegation while speaking with Today FM Sandra Kenneth yesterday. He said the special advisor to the local government chairman on political matters, Boch Inserim, accompanied by thugs and OSPAC members. See, if Darlington doesn't know, who else would know? We know for the news angle that you want to present this front.
No.
But if you follow their relationship, if Darlington Orji does not know, who else would know? He was the chief of staff to Samuel Wanosike. It's like John Okocha would tell us that he was chief of staff to Amechi, and some of the inner workings of the government are very familiar with him. So when he sees certain things, he says to you, Kelly, we know how these things work. And sometimes he comes out in public to say, we even did some of these things. So now you have this case where he is now accusing Boch Inserim, accompanied by thugs and OSPAC members, of invading his home in Alu, destroyed his music equipment, that's instruments, canopies and chairs, and also injured his wife and teenage son, intended to force him back into a position he had resigned. Take a listen.
Festive period where we are celebrating the birth and resurrection of Christ. And as such, people are coming together to celebrate. I called my friends and their wives, my well-wishers and their wives, so that we can stay together and marry. The chairman of Ikore local government mobilized his thugs through the OSPAC commander in Alo called Obinichi Wadu and one Mr. Boch Inserim. They came to my private residence in Modo and scattered everything. The extent they used iron to hit my wife and used a bottle to hit on my son. I was looking at them. And what is the question? I said, I will not. I resigned as his chief of staff. I mean, his former chief of staff. I resigned. I said, I don't want to work with him. It's not compulsory. Accusation is done by force. And I've called him more than 20 times. He's not picking.
So this is a reaction from Boch Inserim, the political advisor, special assistant to the chairman of the Ikore local government area. He claimed that Darlington Orji was having a cult meeting.
Come and start lying and start saying all sorts of things. As I speak to you, I'm in my house. It's most unfortunate that Darlington Orji will raise such allegations on the person of the chairman of the Ikore local government, who is on record that no chairman among the several 74 local government chairmen in Nigeria has fought insecurity, has fought criminals and criminal elements with a level that no one can fathom. He has fought criminality. So aligning Samuel Wanosike to crime in the Ikore local government is one thing I can't understand. I got a call this morning from a security agent that they just left the residence of Darlington Orji, that they got a tip that he was holding a cult meeting.
Darlington Orji was holding a cult meeting.
Okay.
That's the exchange. While we have the verbal exchanges, he has alleged that there were physical attacks,
yes,
right? Attempt on himself and his family, right? The part that is troubling for me is the silence of the police.
Okay.
You would expect that at this point, and this is what we have seen over time. During the campaigns, this group is accusing this group. Some are even accusing the police. The police will come out. They're either silent or they come out and they seem like they're supporting one side.
Okay.
And then we had the attacks go on and on. People unfortunately died. We're getting to that point again. It seems like the early days now, early morning, that these attacks are just beginning. If you begin to have more persons in different local government areas say, okay, we're switching allegiance, which is not strange at this time. These things are bound to happen.
Yeah.
We're switching allegiance. The attacks may just continue, and then the police will continue to stand, perhaps confused or aloof as to how to address the situation. Why does it seem that the police would appear to have their arms tied behind their backs when we have situations like this?
First, I must sympathize with the police. I have to, because if you see the nexus between the police and politics and the political class in Nigeria, you will understand why certain police will seem to be quiet in certain circumstances. The police boss, overall police boss, is a product of political appointment, just like ministers. And when such appointments are given, like as is common in Nigeria, certain compromises are struck. And it is just necessary that somebody will work in lieu or to protect the interests of the person who brought him into office. Now, the movement of police to various formations is often lobbied. It's often lobbied. And when the police get to their location of service, it is practically the state governors that fund them through the security vote. You can understand why the police often behaves the way they do. But much more than that is the fact that if you get to police headquarters, you see thousands of petitions, conflicting information landing on the office of the Commissioner of Police. Everybody is writing. Now, you as the police chief in the state, you know that these are people who were together yesterday, coming to this your office, seeking for one favor or the other, fighting one group. You now know that the issue between them is purely political, and they have a meeting point. And they come here making conflicting demands. You dive into it, they drag you.
No, but...
Wait, I'm coming. Okay. I'm coming. You dive into it, they will drag you. But yet you must do your job because you have a constitutional mandate.
Exactly.
So I'm not trying to lay the background of the conflict that the police have.
Well...
Do you understand me?
Well...
So you dive into it, they drag you.
Be peculiar.
But you must do your job.
The fact that the job has to be done.
Good. Now, what you expect the police at this instance is to carry out investigation and make a statement. But I'm not speaking for the police. I don't know to what extent... I don't know when this incident occurred, and I don't know to what extent the police have been briefed. I'm talking of either the local police station or the area command or the CP. I don't know the extent of their brief by now. Whether Darlington has informed the CP of the developments, whether he has gone to the CP to say a trigger of the police were communicated that look at crime going on here for their intervention. Immediately, either the patrol van nearest to the place or the local police station to come. I wouldn't know whether the local police station or the patrol van nearest to the place has visited the house of Darlington to carry out investigation and to see things for themselves. I wouldn't know whether police have invited those that Darlington mentioned. I don't know the extent of what they are doing, because it is the speed with which some of these actions are taken that will enable the police PRO, for instance, because the police PRO stays one place and information are supplied to the PRO. To enable the PRO make a public statement. But all told is that sometimes politicians, in their operations are not actually interested in driving anything to its logical conclusion. They do one thing here, they do one thing the other place, they do different things the other place. So they don't drive anything. Take them and want them, press them down to let us conclude one thing. Why this thing is going on, just as you suggested, other ones will start happening all over the place. So I think what is necessary is that the police should realize there is some form of crisis or disagreement between political parties in the state.
Now, when you say realize, it will seem as though they are oblivious of it. They are aware that there is a crisis.
Good. They should consciously try to match and respond to likely issues of conflict wherever they are, so that they don't give a gap. Because if the police live up to their constitutional mandate, every other person will be very, very careful. If people misbehave and they are arrested, they are charged to court, and they are docked in prison, I guarantee you the next person, before trying to carry out such action, will be very, very careful. Then going forward, I will congratulate Darlington for his courage to resign, because that is a manly act. If you find out that you are no longer comfortable where you are working, or that you will not be able to show sufficient loyalty or give adequate service to your master or to the government, and you resigned, it is a welcome development. It is welcome because it's better than staying there to consult a nuisance. It is better than staying there and being disloyal. It is better than staying there and being constituting a sabotage in the entire system. So Darlington should be congratulated instead of being vilified or being attempt to attack him, because he's manly enough to say, look, I cannot continue here. It is contrary to my conscience. It's contrary to my belief. I am no longer comfortable. I am going. What the local government chairman will do is to appoint another chief of staff and continue doing his political business the way he's doing it. I don't see anything here that calls for this is verbal exchange or quarreling or going to Darlington Orji's house to scatter things. If Darlington is holding a court meeting, it's a welcome development. Just inform the nearest patrol van. Yes, inform the nearest patrol. There are patrol vans along the road.
To go there.
Then inform the nearest. Their number is on their vehicle. Look, call them. Look, a crime. I suspect a crime is being committed somewhere. Please head to the place. You can call the local DPO or go to the police. The local police station. You can call the CP It's not for you to go there.
Isn't it suspect that rather than calling the right authorities, they actually called OSPAC? Because the political aides to the chairman of the Ikore local government area did say that he got a call from the OSPAC commander that they are just leaving Darlington Orji's home, that he was having a cult meeting.
So I don't know what OSPAC went to do in Mr. Darlington's compound. OSPAC is not a primary security agent. The duty of OSPAC is to assist the police. So what OSPAC should do is to call the police. Thank God he was having a meeting. So possibly they are not in a haste. Possibly OSPAC got an intelligence information that has not reached the police. So Darlington and his group may not even be in a haste. So all OSPAC would have done, working in collaboration with the police, to call the police. Please, Mr. Darlington is holding a court meeting. Please come there. We will be supplying you information. Be coming there. The police will arrive there. Then see what Mr. Darlington is doing. If they are convinced it's a court meeting, they will arrest them. If they are not convinced it's a court meeting, they will tell us, people, please, it's not a court meeting, so you have nothing to worry about. But going to do it yourself, that was giving Mr. Darlington an opportunity to accuse us back, to accuse the political aid to the chairman and other people, and to drag them
and even accuse the chairman.
And accuse the chairman. But if it were the police, Mr. Darlington wouldn't have possibly said the police came to kill him or do it. You don't.
No, but we've heard it before now, that they brought the police to come and kill us.
No, not when the police arrives with their van.
Okay.
And they arrive with their van and they are wearing their police uniform. Okay. And of course, you can see their police names and number.
These things happen. This didn't happen.
No, police.
Did George Sakibo not allege that special government house police tried to kill him?
But not
on one of those campaign movements.
It is difficult for a policeman wearing his name and number and his uniform in broad daylight to come to your house with a police van and kill you. It's difficult. If a policeman must do that, he may not necessarily wear police uniform. And if he wears police uniform, you see his name and number on it. And the uniform, they will just have a black cloth that looks like a police, but you won't see his name and number in it. And you can't carry a police van and drive into your compound with all the inscriptions on the van, shoot you and go away. It's difficult.
Well, some people will disagree with you, but let me
together with the number plate of the van, it's difficult.
A lot of people will disagree with you, but you said it's difficult. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
It's difficult.
It's difficult doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
And in the afternoon. In the afternoon, because Darlington must have been holding it in the afternoon.
Does it mean difficult, except the fact that this cannot happen?
I want to repeat, it's difficult. It's difficult.
But I want to ask you a question before.
But remember that any police officer who is committing a crime, as at the time he's committing that crime, he's not doing police work. If a police officer engages himself let's assume he will deploy with a police van to go and patrol a certain area. The moment you use that jargon and start catching people's goat and chicken, you are no longer, at that time, you are no longer doing government work. And any liability incurred on that process, and the police authorities fight, you incur this liability on the process of committing a crime, either losing yourself or doing it. The police authority definitely will not listen to you.
So naturally,
because they will accept the responsibility.
So naturally, whether there is a political relationship or not, if there's a situation where there is fracas,
yes,
there's physical attack, right?
Yes.
Brutalization. First PR will come out, will say afraid. When people are fighting on the streets,
yes,
I hear it's a crime.
Yes, it's a crime.
I didn't know until I listened to him and he said, that's a crime. It's called afraid.
Yes, it's a crime.
It's a crime.
Yes.
Sometimes you see people are fighting and the police standing around there, they're looking away. They don't do anything about it.
Yes. Look at how it operates. I'm not defending the police. You see, if two men are exchanging violent words, for instance, and from there they lock in and start fighting. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Police may actually be close and they'll
look away.
They will be looking away. You'll continue that fight. Until they are convinced that both of you are aware of what you are doing. They will come and arrest you. A man told me that he was in the US. A man told me how he went. I'm telling you. A man told me that in the US, he was having an altercation, with the taxi driver that brought him. And the taxi driver was trying to, take more money than is due him. And two of them were saying, he said the policeman was there. And two of them were worried. The policeman didn't talk to them. So when he was talking, the policeman just came to him and touched him by the shoulder. You want to press charges? He told him no. So thank you. He looked the other way. They continued the quarrel. The man came the second time. that two of them are constituting nuisance in that environment, that they are making noise in that place, that that quarrel they're quarreling is already disturbing that environment, and that if they continue, he will arrest two of them and charge them. He said both of them decided to go their separate ways. It's not as if the quarrel they were having is already an offense because but the policeman was waiting. Sometimes they will see events to grow and mature. Get to the point they will have a sufficient evidence where they will be convinced that, look at what is going on. Such scenarios are with the police.
So you are assuming that may be the reason why you see people fighting on the street, the marketplace. Policemen are standing there, but they look away.
Yes.
You are assuming that may be the reason.
In fact, the crime may even be taking place. A policeman will be there. They won't intervene until they come for the necessary reinforcement that will enable them, quell the crime or arrest them.
We haven't reached the conclusion of this our conversation, but we have to go for this news update. When we come back, we'll continue. Just stay with us.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today.
And followed security reports that the bandits were using the markets to abide by the order and cooperate with the state government in its effort to rid the state of banditry activities. The Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested the leader of a suspected armed robbery syndicate, Anthony Augustine, at Odani, Elelewon in Obiakpo local government area of the state. A statement by the command's public relations officer, Superintendent of Police, SP Grace Iringe Koko, said the arrest was made by operatives of the anti-cultism unit following a complaint by a victim. She said after painstaking investigation that led to Abia State, Augustine was traced to a brothel in Odani that served as a hideout for members of his syndicate. The police statement said Anthony Augustine, who is 22 years old, was finally arrested at Green City Estate in Odani, Elelewon on December 10 amidst widespread jubilation by residents. Items recovered from the suspects include an iPhone X, suspected packs of marijuana, POS machines, and locally made pistols. On the foreign, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered the military, including its nuclear program, to accelerate war preparations to counter what he called unprecedented confrontational moves by the United States. Speaking at an ongoing meeting of the country's ruling Workers' Party, Kim set forth the military task for the People's Army and the munitions industry, nuclear weapons and civil defense sectors to further accelerate war preparations. Kim also stressed that the military situation on the Korean Peninsula had become extreme due to unprecedented anti-North confrontations with the U.S. South Korea, Japan, and the U.S. have deepened political and defense cooperation this year in the face of a record-breaking series of weapons tests by Pyongyang and recently activated a system to share real-time data on North Korean missile launches. And that's it on the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ike Benjamin. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
When I wake up in the morning, my mom gave me Breakfast Plus Peak 456 growing up milk.
Breakfast Plus Peak 456?
Yes, it's fortified with DHA to support brain development. It also has calcium, vitamin D, and high-quality protein to help children grow up strong.
I would tell my mom to nourish my breakfast with Peak 456 growing up milk fortified with DHA to support brain development.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Planet View Properties. Welcome to Planet View Properties, the road to great investment. At Planet View Properties, we have 100% stable land with security-approved acquisition and proper documentation. Planet View Properties is a real estate company that's operated in Port Harcourt for over 6 years. It's one of the companies that has built good reputation in the area of property development and consultancy, being carried out painstakingly. The company is duly registered with necessary government agencies, and over the years, the company has been awarded severally and commended positively for the role it played in property development. All our properties are located in serene environments that brings comfort, yield fast income, and luxury. At Planet View Properties, we are dedicated to transforming your real estate dreams into reality with a passion for excellence and a commitment to your satisfaction. We offer a wide range of real estate services tailored to meet your every need. Our services includes 1. Property management. Sit back and relax while we take care of your property management needs. From tenant screening to maintenance, we ensure your investment is in safe hands. 2. Estate and town planning. Our expert team specializes in creating well-designed, sustainable, and aesthetically pleasing communities. We believe in building environments that foster quality living. 3. Estate management. Whether you own a residential or commercial estate, we provide top-notch management services to enhance the value and functionality of your property. 4. Consultancy services. Our experienced consultants are ready to provide you with valuable insights and advice on real estate matters. 5. Acquisition of properties. Looking for the perfect property? Let us help you find your dream home or investment. We have a vast portfolio of properties to choose from. 6. Property sales. Are you ready to sell your property? Count on us to facilitate seamless transactions that connect motivated buyers with enthusiastic sellers. Rely on our expertise to secure the most favorable deal for you. We offer a diverse range of property sale, including plots of land and houses. Additionally, if you're looking to sell your land or property, we are actively in the market to purchase these assets. 7. Construction of structures. Turn your vision into reality with our construction services. We bring expertise and creativity to every project, big or small. At Planet View Properties, our team is comprised of seasoned professionals who know the Port Harcourt market inside out. We are committed to providing you with personalized solutions that match your unique needs and aspirations. Contact us today to embark on your real estate journey in Port Harcourt. Our properties are located in different parts of Port Harcourt. We have thousands of clients who have testified of our utmost sincerity, services, and you're also willing to reinvest in our new properties. This is an opportunity to call on the prospective clients listening to me now to come and invest with Planet View Properties. With us, you can expect security and right documentation for your land or lands. At this moment, we have over 9 layouts, namely Planet View Phase 1, Ipo, Victory Cottage, Igurota Ali School Road, Glory City, Ipo, Abara, Savannah Bay Layout, Ipo, Amira Cottage, Ipo, Prestige Gardens, Igurota Ali School Road, Keystone Estate, back of OPM, Queen's Gardens, Rupoku, and Green City Estate, Eneka. We have suitable features in our respective properties, which are good access roads, security houses, perimeter fencing, electric poles, transformers, security gate, recreational centers, shopping malls, hospitals, schools, tarred roads, drainages, and lots more. Planet View Properties has created a niche on diligence and integrity, which are our watchwords. If any incident arises on our side, we take the full responsibility. There are no hidden charges when buying any of our properties. At this moment, a plot of land goes for 850,000 naira and above. These are affordable prices that suit our properties. Planet View Properties devised to meet a flexible payment plans of 3 and 6 months installment. In regards to documents, survey plan, and deed of conveyance, it takes maximum 2 weeks to be available, and when that is done, we conduct ground allocation immediately for our clients. There is no agency and bush entry fees when choosing Planet View Properties. We create easy access to good and affordable landed properties by creating opportunity every week for our clients to go for free physical inspection on our various layouts and estates within Port Harcourt. All our properties comes with Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority approval, and we advise our clients to do due diligence before buying properties. Planet View Properties is that real estate company you can bank on. In regards to property in Port Harcourt, we hereby urge members of the public to come and invest with us to plan for a better future. You can always reach us through our office numbers, on phone calls or WhatsApp with the following numbers: 0803 509 7008 or 0803 844 7790. You can visit our office at number 64A, Tombia Extension, GRA Phase 3, Port Harcourt, River State. You can also...
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique diet.
I'm
and we have good news for you and your business. We know it's holiday season, but your profit doesn't have to go on holiday, does it? Nah. Do you want double your profit in this season of celebration? We bring to you our Pay Less and Get More December promo. That is, you can now pay for 3 jingles and get 1 free. Pay for 5 and get 2 free. Best of all, you can pay for 10 and get 5 free. Wonderful, fantastic. Do you also want to record your program or do it live? You can now pay for 3 recorded live programs and get 1 free. Better still, pay for 5 recorded or live programs and get 2 free. This is best Christmas for you and your business. This promo lasts from December 11 to January 15. Terms and conditions apply. For more inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. 0818-389-2850. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, join us Fridays, 7:30 a.m. on Our Top Picks, and together we'll review the big national stories of the week, all in 30 minutes. It promises so much fun. Our Top Picks, Fridays, 7:30 a.m. Don't miss it.
Reggae. It's been a long time. Been around the vibes like this. Reggae music again.
Reggae me like this. 95.1 Today FM here in Port Harcourt.
We are coming on the dance. On them place in a station. Feel them and them call stainless. On them place with them and them call Bacalo. We are going run branches. Chandan Babylon like the word of Jericho. Chandama. Yes, high.
95.1 Today FM.
Giving peace for the nation through reggae music. Yes, high.
Every Friday 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Reggae me like we come to play with them people, man. All of you who are loving our reggae on this station. If you are listening, because we are talking about reggae things, man. We are things are done, we done. We are no fear, no more fear, no on them station. Reggae me like.
Every Friday 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
As I open my window and glance through my window, I realize there's no turning back. Got to complete life's journey, though things get contrary. Got to make it to the top. I'm searching for a way to survive. Working so hard, I know I will provide. I'm keeping my head high. Mama, tell me the limit.
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
Children are a beam of sunlight. On Kiddies Playground, smart is the new cool. We have interesting activities lined up for everyone, from storytelling to games to quizzes, where you get to win loads and loads of gifts. Do you have what it takes to compete and win exciting prizes? Then don't miss any episode of Kiddies Playground every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. only on Today 95.1 FM, where playtime comes to life.
It's been an exciting week. It's been an awesome week. And just in case you missed out on our big stories this week, we got you covered. Rewind comes up every Saturday, 6:30 a.m. And here you get your total rundown of all the big stories and trends for the week in River State. And this is brought to you by your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Rewind, 6:30 a.m. every Saturday. Don't miss it.
Hey there! Today 95.1 FM is ready to spice up your holiday season with this Christmas and New Year bonanza. Check this out. Pay for 3 jingles and get 1 for free. Pay for 5 and get 2 more for free. In case you're feeling extra festive, go for 10 big jingles and get 5 for free. What a time to be on radio. And hey, whether you like it recorded or live, we've got your back. Pay for 3 live or recorded programs items and get one for free. Aim for 5 and get 2 extra slots for free. But here's the scoop. This sweet deal runs from December 11th, 2023 to January 15th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, please call 0818-389-2850. Today 95.1 FM, we are the voice of the people. Don't miss this holiday bonanza.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All right, thank you for staying with us. The newspaper review segment on today's quest, Today 95.1 FM. Kelly Kemenjima is my name. 15 minutes now past the hour of 9, December 28th, 2023. Panelists for today, Arachuku Paul Ugbona Esquire, National Coordinator, Civil Rights Council, and we'll just continue our conversation. I asked a question and you were responding to it.
Yes.
My question is, in the case where you have a civil disobedience,
yeah,
or even a criminal case as reference, yeah, regardless of whatever affiliations may be,
yes,
is the police supposed to respond to that and release a statement?
Of course, the author should do that. It's their constitutional duty to maintain law and order, irrespective of whoever is involved.
So, did Darlington need to report to the police that he was having this thing, and they came and scattered? Some people came and scattered things there.
I remember I told you that if the nearest patrol van there is aware, for instance, there are pastors on the news like this, if you ask the PPRO, will tell you, I just said it on the news and this is what the station I heard from, this is what they reported.
But can the PPRO reach out in trying to get more information? Because this will be a matter of public interest. Yeah. Because of the personalities involved.
The PPRO will reach out if he or she is aware.
No, this matter has been on for like 2 days now. Probably more than 2 days. I got wind of it sometime yesterday.
And I just learned of this thing here today.
Okay, you're just having I got wind of it sometime yesterday.
Okay.
Right? I knew of his resignation some days back. Right?
Yeah, somebody told me of his resignation. Somebody.
Okay.
A friend told me.
I knew of that some days back. But the attack at his home, I got information yesterday. Right? And even that information, the information was tagged as the police remain quiet on the attack on Oji's home.
It's possible the police has been informed, if that is what the report said.
Yes,
it means that the police has been informed and they have not reacted to it. I don't know whether you understand.
Exactly.
So whoever is saying the police remain quiet means the police has been informed officially, and they have remaining quiet, not just that they have not spoken on air. Possibly the police authorities have not made moves to arrest people who did that. Because if you say
even a statement that someone can hold on to say, okay, this is what the police said. The police said, no, they did not destroy the place. No, we did not say anything. Darlington is just making, like, at least they said the same thing with, what's his name? The former senator, his home. Yeah. When the commissioner went there, so look at the vehicles. Are these the vehicles that they came to you know, at least a statement would have been made.
The issue is that police has not been proactive in this instance case. Because if the news went out and said police have been quiet, means they have not, all the necessary information possibly have been submitted to the police authorities and they have not reacted. And therefore they have not been proactive. In a sensitive matter such as this, the police ought and should be proactive as to give everybody the sense of security, a sense of cover, and the fact that the police is neutral. Because they ought and should be neutral at all times.
Are there possible implications from this kind of attitude?
Well, the possible implication is just one interpretation, that they are not neutral. Possibly they are having sympathy for one group or the other.
Can it fuel more attacks?
Yes, of course, if you feel more attacks, because if look at exactly what happens. I have had cause to relate with some of the foot soldiers of politicians. One of the things the foot soldiers of politicians expect is that their boss should be able to cover them and protect them. And that is why when you confront some of them will say, we are tapping current from the highest tension of the Nigerian police. They will say nothing mega, nothing is happening. Why? Because they believe that their boss will neutralize what action that will be, their bosses will compromise the police. So if this kind of thing happens and there are no consequences or reactions, then it will encourage other people to perpetrate this kind of act and even more. As I told you that
they heard the IGP order investigation into the attacks in Plateau State, but other stakeholders are speaking. Vice President was in Plateau State yesterday. Death toll hits 195. The death toll hits 195 as hundreds of houses razed. The management committee chairman of Boku's local government area of Plateau State yesterday says 148 persons were killed in the Christmas Eve attack in the council. The PDP, the People's Democratic Party, condemned the massacre in Plateau State by terrorists in coordinated attacks in 3 local government areas on Christmas Day. The party describes it as heart-rending, the chilling reports of how defenseless Nigerians were gruesomely murdered and over 10,000 displaced by terrorists in Boku's and Bakin-Ladi areas of Plateau State in unrestrained attacks, which lasted till Monday morning. Meanwhile, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Syed Abubakar III, has asked the government at all levels to live up to expectations in their duty of protecting the lives and properties of citizens. However, Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured the survivors of the coordinated attacks that the federal government will not let the incident slide, but will ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. He says indeed the president also approved the activation of immediate humanitarian response and support to the victims of the Plateau massacre. The management committee chairman of Boku's LGA, Monday Kasa, who spoke yesterday, says reports available to the council show that so far 148 persons died. 88 are still receiving treatments in different hospitals, 1,290 houses burnt, 25 communities affected. He said these attacks were unprovoked and they are well coordinated by our assailants because they took place in all the 25 communities simultaneously. The Transition Committee Chairman of Mango LGA, Marcus Atto, says 19 persons were killed in a community in the Kerang district of Mango. He went on to add that 19 were from the same family and a house was burnt in the community, adding that the incident happened December 23. In Bakin-Ladi, the National Publicity Secretary of Berum Youth Molders Association, BYM, says villages attacked include Daruwat, Harum, and Hipia, as well as Mayanga and NTV, while 26 persons were killed. So that's 2690 swipe at the president, Bola Tinubu-led All Progressives Congress APC administration for what it describes as laid down insensitive attitude toward issues of insecurity. This, the party said, had emboldened terrorists and bandits to surge up deadly attacks and opened the way for the killing of no fewer than 5,000 Nigerians since President Tinubu took office May 29, 2023. Ologunagba puts it this way: our party berates President Tinubu for always resorting to lame presidential condemnation by his media aides without any corresponding definite steps to protect Nigerians and stop this constant carnage in our nation. President Tinubu has practically abdicated his constitutional role as president and commander-in-chief, which is principal to ensuring the security of lives and property, thus abandoning Nigerians to terrorists, bandits, and marauders. Nigerians will recall how President Tinubu in his nationwide broadcast July 31, 2023 had no words of commitment for security, despite the escalated killing of over 500 Nigerians and many more abducted in Plateau, Benue, Niger, Kaduna, and other states of the Federation at that time. Even with the disturbing information that no fewer than 5,060 Nigerians were killed, with 2,263 others abducted since May 2023, as contained in the 2023 Nigeria Security Report by Beacon Consulting, which was also reported in the media. The Tinubu administration remains largely nonchalant and silent. The PDP restates its demand for an urgent legislative public inquest into the killings, as well as an undesirable disposition of the APC government on issues of insecurity in the country. They went on to call on the International Criminal Court, ICC, to be invited to commence an independent investigation to unravel the sponsors and perpetrators of this act of genocide. In this regard, special attention must be paid to prominent former and current leaders of the APC who have at various times been alleged to be overtly encouraged, promoted, incited, and endorsed acts of terrorism and genocide. Well, they had a few more things to say. But let's move on. Sultan, and he forms the lead tag for our conversation today. Sultan blows hot, tasked government to end insecurity. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Syed Abubakar III, has tasked the government at all levels to live up to expectations in their duty of protecting lives and properties of citizens. The Sultan, who was reacting to the recent massacre of nearly 200 people in Plateau State by bandits, wondered why government and security agencies could not detect the crime with its intelligence gathering apparatus before it happened. Speaking at the 80th National Islamic Vacation Course, IVC, in Bauchi State yesterday, he puts it this way: "It is good for us to come closer and closer. This is one forum I try to encourage because this is where we meet our brothers and sisters in Islam. I want us as Muslims to close ranks. Now there is a serious issue of insecurity. Just a couple of days back, there was this attack in Plateau State where over 100 lives were lost. Why do we keep on having these clashes? We always condemn such things. But after condemning these acts by bandits and criminals, what next? What are the roles of the government who are supposed to protect our lives and properties? They are not proactive. What happened to our intelligence gathering mechanism? Can anybody tell me that somebody knows that those... can somebody tell me that nobody knows those attacks were coming up? Whether it is in Sokoto, Benin Kebbi, or Kaduna, have we lost our sense of gathering information to avert any of such heinous crimes? Why can't you be proactive? Why can't you stop such attacks before they happen?" He queried. He urged the government to be proactive to prevent needless loss of lives in the future, warning that bandits seem to be ahead because of their plans go unnoticed before they happen. "We must task the government to up the game because these bandits are ahead. Some of us who have been opportune to serve in the military know the activities of security agencies, so we'll keep on asking questions. What is happening? The things are politicized. That is the worst way to go when you politicize insecurity. We all live in a country where we have poverty. Whether Muslims, Christians, or people who don't have religion, we all face the same reality. It is the issue of leadership, but we have hope in the leadership that the next month things will change." That's what he said. But the part that really touched me said, the bandits clearly, we must ask the government to up the game because these bandits are ahead. These bandits are ahead. Some of us who have been opportune to serve in the military know the activities of security agencies, so we'll keep on asking questions. What is happening? Well, Tinubu deeply shaken by killings in Plateau State, according to Shetima. The Vice President, Kashim Shetima, has assured the survivors of the coordinated attacks in Bokus, Plateau State, that the federal government will not let the incident slide, but ensure that the perpetrators will be brought to book. When he paid a visit to the survivors of the attacks who were gathered at a mini stadium, Bokus. President Tinubu is deeply anxious to bring those responsible to justice. We will not rest until we can prevent the recurrence of these heinous acts. He went on to appeal to the people of Plateau State to resist what he described as temptation to succumb to sectional divisions or poisonous rhetoric of hatred toward their fellow citizens, while assuring that the government is set out to ensure justice and security for them. The president will have also activated immediate humanitarian response and support to the victims of the Christmas Eve Plateau massacre. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Aidu, announced a presidential directive saying her ministry will immediately collaborate with the Plateau State government in bringing humanitarian succor to the survivors of the unfortunate attacks as well as the affected communities. A statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Rashid Zubair, the minister says she describes the incident as senseless, horrendous, and inhuman, earlier pledging her ministry's readiness to collaborate with the state government to render humanitarian assistance to the affected communities and survivors, and 8 motor vehicles were burnt. In similar vein, the commander of Operation Safe Haven, Major General Abdul Salam Abubakar, says his troops had responded to several distress calls during the attacks. Abubakar puts it this way: in the last 48 hours, we have responded to 36 distress calls from different locations simultaneously. As we speak, some of our men are in hospitals due to the injuries sustained in the attacks. We are committed to ensuring that we put to a stop all criminal activities in Plateau State. But Magban has said Fulani and their cattle have become targets of revenge by armed youths in Bokus, LGA local government area. Mohammed Abdullahi had accused security personnel of colluding with farmers to attack the herders community. And then the gist goes on and on and on. So, after all, let me read this last. The culprits should be fished out. Given the conflicting accounts of deadly attacks, the federal government ought to carry out a full investigation into the killing and destruction of properties. The culprits should be fished out and prosecuted without delay. However, to end the incessant clashes between farmers and herders, the federal government should establish ranches in Plateau State and other states of the Federation for animal husbandry. After all, the Buhari administration had provided 6.2 billion naira for the establishment of ranches in Katsina State. In addressing violent conflicts in the country generally, the federal, state, and local governments should address the root cause of physical insecurity, which is rooted in poverty and inequality. So that's the statement. I had to skip some parts, but the link you can find on our socials, that's Facebook, so you can read up for yourself and get more details. Let me get to Barrister Arochukwu this morning. First is Shetima's assertion that President Tinubu is shaking. And I'm curious, who is shaking? He had a visit by the governors. The governors forum paid him a visit, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Yeah. And it was 2 days ago we heard that these attacks happened. In fact, some people even query the fact that the governor of Plateau State still went there. The president we saw at that gathering looked very elated. He looked very happy that they came to see him. Where is the shaking coming from?
Well, this is the political language. You know, what they kind... If a similar thing happened in anywhere in the southeast or south or southwest, that is exactly the same language any of the political representatives or any of the state officials will put. It's just a mere political language. I don't like listening to these statistics of killings, some murders, some genocide across the country because it gives me psychological trauma.
Okay.
It gives me a lot of psychological trauma, and because each time I hear it, I put myself in the position of those villagers. I'm just imagining while you were reading, I'm just imagining my village, possibly my aged mother, my cousins, our government is not prepared to do anything. The Nigerian government have not been able to answer one single question since the day the white man left here in 1960. They have not answered one single national question. All the infrastructure left behind by the Europeans collapsed right in front of us. The railway collapsed, the Nigerian Airways collapsed, the Nigerian Shipping Company collapsed, all the companies collapsed. Even transport companies established by many states of the Federation collapsed. A few were saved when private individuals bought them up. So we have not been able to manage anything. Now, if you look at school for the day because the headmaster will fight all over again to get us into the class, we'll be playing with the headers, we'll be playing with the cows, we'll be flowing the cows. Now they live with us peacefully all these years. I started hearing about farmer header conflict and killing people around 2012. I think 2010, 2012. We have never had issues with them in my community and all the neighboring communities and in the head of the whole of Ebonyi State. Who are these particular headers? Is it these same people who stayed with us, who came every other year, that we knew, expecting when they will come, when it is time they will leave? When did they start acquiring AK-47 and killing the same community people they have lived with all these years? My father told me that even before the war, the herdsmen were coming to my place, before the Civil War. In fact, he told me in the 50s, when he was in college, that they were always around. Seasonal migrations. At the time, the cows actually want to come south for more food. In fact, somebody in the now told me that when he gets to that time, they'll start shouting and making certain noise. And in fact, the cows will even start facing south, telling you they want to go south. Then the herdsmen will just lead them, they will come, they will graze, they will go. When do we start having herdsmen?
Oh, the cows used to lead them.
No, the
cows will lead them now.
You will be making noise.
Noise that they want to go in that direction.
Yeah, in fact, the man told me they will start even facing from everywhere, they will start facing south. That they want to move. You now move them, they will start coming south because naturally they already know of the seasonal migrations where they will get water and get food. And when it is time to move, they naturally moved.
So they trek from the north.
Exactly.
To this place.
Exactly. From the north, far away north.
Wow.
As far as Sokoto.
Wow.
In fact, in those days, too, some of them put the cows in train. In those days that they were trained, they would put the cows in this long train. And Alhaji will put his cows in a train. When they get to the communities where they are going in the south, the trains will stop at the railway station and they will move into the bushes they want to move into. They know where they want to stop. But in the absence of train, what they trek, they move from that place down. They know where they are going to. So, We have always lived with what happened? What happened? Now, these killings is going on. Each time government will say we will punish the perpetrators. Government have not shown any ability, any capacity to punish the perpetrators. It's either we negotiate with the criminals or we go after them. We have not shown any capacity to fight them. Partly because of corruption in the system. Partly because of collusion and complicity of state officials. Because I don't want to believe that what has been happening in this country right from the time of Jonathan over, herdsmen, farmer clash, and herdsmen killing, even as far as close as Ebonyi State. In fact, it's even only in Rivers State I have not heard that herdsmen killed farmers.
No, it's there.
But they have had disagreements.
We've had reports from Eche.
Good. Okay, even in Rivers State.
Yes,
so everywhere.
From Eche.
So you cannot tell me this thing is going on and the Nigerian security network is not completely ignorant of it. The state officials is completely ignorant of it. It is not possible. Government has done nothing to contend with this situation.
So the Sultan said the bandits are ahead. Are the bandits are ahead because they have better sophistication, or they are ahead because for some reason somebody is looking away?
The bandits are ahead. One, the bandits have a way of compromising state institutions and structures because of corruption. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, they have sophisticated weapons, and often their weapons is superior to that of state officials.
The bandits.
Yes. Some other times, their intelligence mechanism and network. In fact, let me tell you what happened in a community. In a certain community in Ebonyi State, there was insecurity, kidnapping and killings of people. That the one that was on rival around Lokmanta affected my place. So when it was going on, at a point, the women in the community now rallied against the traditional ruler, the local government chairman, and political office holders in the community, that they must find a solution to the crisis that their children are being killed on a daily basis, which is a fact. Now, it got to a point that it was discovered that the so-called herdsmen say that they are paid for the entire grasses in that community.
They paid to who?
They paid to the traditional ruler. In fact, not that they paid, it was the traditional ruler said that the money they gave him was for grasses. The herdsmen or the bandits are saying, no, we have paid for the entire community. We have paid for the entire this community, we own it now. But some of them that were called said that the villagers are actually looking for their trouble, that they paid, that they own here now. So when they go to the traditional ruler, when he was pressed, he accepted that they paid him, but it's for grasses. And some of us were asking him the question, what powers do you have to sell the grasses in our land? Who told you you have the power to sell the grass in my farmland? Now, further investigation revealed that the security agents in that area got a chunk of their own prayers, their own money from it. And therefore, the man doesn't see why you should resist them from grazing. So you discover that they have a way, in sometimes they neutralize the security institutions, they neutralize even the traditional institutions, and they have a sense of ownership of the place. And now they enter your cassava farm and you raise alarm and you start quarreling with them. They just see you as an interloper. Because as at the day, from their own culture, the emir or the chief is the owner of the land. And the words of the emir and the chief is the final word. Unfortunately for them here, we don't have such system here. That is why our traditional ruler will say something. I'll get up in council, I'll get up in the community and say, no, sir, we are not going to do that. We are going to do it this way.
So when the women protested, what happened?
When the women protested, the government sent soldiers to attack the women. And when the soldiers came, the women...
The government?
Yes, sent in soldiers.
The state government or the federal government?
The state government sent in soldiers.
To attack the women?
Exactly.
So
with the policemen to come and attack them.
Would you suggest that the government indeed was aware of the transaction?
They may not be aware, but I've just told you what happened. I wouldn't know whether they are aware, but look at what happened. When the soldiers came, the women continued and said that they want to go down in history, that they were killed making this protest. That the soldiers, if they're not comfortable with what they are doing, that they should have come to protect the community from being killed. That they should go after the bandits. That they should go after the kidnappers, not coming after them. who are asking that the right thing be done. When the soldiers found out they could not continue, but I guarantee you, after 1 week, what happened? In fact, it became so bad that a man who came to marry in the community got his mother-in-law, his wife, raped in front of him, with his own father killed after they came to do marriage. It was so bad.
Raped by who?
By bandits. He came to marry after doing traditional wedding.
I thought the soldiers had deployed to stop the protest. But the soldiers...
No, this was before the women started
protest.
Before the women protested. I'm telling you how bad it was. Now, when the soldiers came and they found out, they saw the justice in what the women were doing. They could not quell the uprising. What happened? Within 2 weeks, the government now built a mini barracks and a mini police station, deployed soldiers and policemen around the entire community to stop the kidnapping and the killings. And in less than 2 months, they went around the entire forest and arrested, chased away all the criminals who were living in the forest and doing it. And peace naturally returned, as usual. Just in 2 months, everywhere was calm. Why? Because the women were watching. They didn't actually disband, they were watching. On daily basis, they stayed all the entrances to the community, watching what the policemen, their
security agencies were doing.
Yes, and we're actually having their members of their group follow them into the forest to see exactly what you are doing. But calm returned. Now, what I'm trying to tell you about compromise and collusion of state and traditional institutions in this development. And I have said it before, that it is the oppressed who raises the banner for a revolution and calls for change, not the oppressor. If the citizens do not rise to hold the government accountable, people will run the government the way it suits them. So people must hold government officials. We should march to the police station and let the DPO tell us what he's doing there. And if he has no reason being there, he should get out. We should march to the traditional ruler's house. If he doesn't know what he's doing, he should get out. We give ourselves a new chief immediately.
So, in other words, the statement by the police now to arrest the perpetrators...
It is a joke. They have always said it now. The police have said... You see, in Nigeria, there are standard political language. It's like a computer system. You garbage in, you garbage out. If a thing happens here, I know exactly what the CP will tell you. I can recount what... If it's a traditional ruler, I will know what he will say. I know what the politicians will say if there is a crisis at Mpolu Junction. I know what the governor will say. The language is not... What the governor will say in Rivers State is what the governor in Lagos will say, the one in Plateau will say, everywhere. And you say the governor left Plateau and went to Lagos because it doesn't actually... Lagos was more important for him. Why? Power. Sustenance and power is more important for him than service to the people. To him, the people does not exist. After all, if Plateau State has only 10 people, he will still be governor. And what matters is the stop federal allocation to Plateau State for 1 month. And see the governor will run from the lowest court in the land to the Supreme Court immediately. And look, it's not that our courts that matter last long in our courts. I guarantee you, in 2 weeks you will get judgment. Stop allocation to the state for 1 month. 1 month. See the strength, see the effort. See the discussions that will go into it. So our governments are not prepared to respond to this. And now you can see now it's not government peculiar. Now look at Buhari. We chastise him with our mouth for 8 years. Now,
but you won't
Tinubu has come.
You won't expect. But you won't expect the government of Tinubu to, by the snap of the finger, contain these things.
What is your policy to these things? There are emergency areas. There are emergency areas. When there was COVID, it was an emergency situation, and immediately government responded across the world. Don't you see the speed with which our government put everybody behind the door? Immediately, and personally went to supervise it. Why? Because they were afraid that if we don't do the disease will spread and we might even die. And they can't afford to die leaving their billions behind and the prospects of political career. So what is happening in Plateau is an emergency situation. What is more emergency than what is happening in Plateau? Look, how can a man who killed sometime in July, killed sometime in October, return to the same community again to kill in the same state? It means the person has absolutely no resistance.
To even hear from the COVID Alliance, the Falana report,
yes,
that these events have been happening, and then the police would claim to arrest some people, no prosecution. They would mention that some persons are being traced. You don't hear of any arrest, no prosecution. So it's almost like every time it happens, the state will just wait for it to happen, release a statement, let it seem like we're doing something, and then everybody goes back to sleep. I think the governor even mentioned it again. The governor said they were experiencing some level of peace. So as a result of that, the soldiers that were deployed, security agencies deployed at the time, because there was some level of peace developing in the area, they sort of relaxed. And then this group came back. And he didn't refer to them as terrorists. He didn't refer to them as he didn't refer to it as farmer headers. He said they are terrorist actions. It's clear terrorism going on in Plateau State.
Exactly.
So if it's a case of terrorism, there was a time where it was a case of nomenclature. We can't deal with these people because they are not terrorists. Now you have declared them as terrorist groups. Why are we still cherry picking?
And that is where I disagree with people. We have the map of Nigeria, and you can extract it from the Google map and get this in. Those our drones, can't we deploy them to Plateau to move around the circumference of Plateau and their forests?
The ones that bombed people?
Whichever one. Those are our drones.
I just want to confirm now. Is it the ones that they used to bomb people in Kaduna State?
No, this one may not bomb. Let this one gather information for us. As it's gathering the information, somebody is in defense headquarters analyzing it.
Surveillance.
That is another way of gathering information.
Can't we have boots on the ground? We can't have boots on the ground.
Assuming that we cannot have boots on the ground, can't we? We can even deploy drones from South Africa. They will come here. We can do them from Pakistan, from US. They will come here and gather information for us. At least the information will enable us know that these men are planning something. They want to move. Look at the issues. Why? I said everybody is just relaxed. Nigerians don't want to do nothing. Not Nigerians, government office, and you can see it clearly when you enter a government office. Knock on the door of a government office. You either see a crowd of people discussing, or you see a few people eating granite. Or you see other people eating bole by 10 a.m.
Maybe not the same at the office of the National Security Advisor.
It's the same Nigerians.
Or the office of the Inspector General of Police.
I guarantee you, it's the same Nigerians. Nigerians are Nigerians. The people in the office of National Security, the people working in the office, they are Nigerians. In fact, the more privileged are Nigerians, the more relaxed they are. They see government as a point of relaxation and making a move. In fact, that's why people get government jobs and they go and give Thanksgiving. My own time has come. It is my chopping. Nobody is thinking. And if you look at Nigerian government officials, they don't look like people who have capacity to think. They're so relaxed, they're so fat, so big. they are so comfortable that they cannot even think. If you go to some security institutions and see their senior officers, you see the man cannot think. He doesn't have capacity to think. He's so relaxed. By 9 a.m., 10, they're all sleeping in their offices. You come, the man is bent. Some will even roll over their chairs and be sleeping.
But we've had cases where I know those cases are not many, but we've had cases where the police will tell you that because we moved by this time, we stopped this from happening.
That movement from by this time and stopping this is a constant thing now.
It has to be a constant thing.
The war has not ended. The war is about to start. Look, if they say that the people disturbing us are people who come from outside Nigeria, it becomes easier. It means they are not under the protection of Nigerian laws. Okay. It becomes easier to deal with them. What do? We wipe them off. Because once you leave the shores of your country to the shores of our country to commit a crime, we can deal with you according to our laws or the method we choose. So the issue, it doesn't actually, we are not finding it difficult. The technicality or the legality of the matter is not issue. Get these people summarily executed. In fact, let me tell you, why is it that you can't take drugs into certain countries? You can't take drugs into certain countries because they will tell you what will happen to you if you enter their country with certain kilogram of hard drugs. They will inform you before the plane will land. They will announce it. Look at your fate. Do you understand? Look, we should get to I have always said it in this country that we should operate a regime. I may say that act summarily. People don't seem to agree with me. We are too relaxed. We can make issues that acts of terrorism will meet summary execution. Let's not waste our time about it. In some parts of the world, you are caught in crime of corruption. You are involved in corruption, isn't it? the slight form of corruption. I used to tell people that it is not misappropriation or it's not act of stealing or mismanagement of government for when it's 100 billion naira, 50 million naira. That you are giving 500 government money, 500 naira to pay keke from one junction to the other. And you are supposed to return to government 100 naira. And you come and say that you spend the 500 naira. And we find out if you have made an extra profit of 150 naira. It's enough to get you hanged. It's enough, sufficient. Let us not think it must be $500,000, $80 million before we say no. $1, a naira, misappropriation of a naira is enough to send you down 6 feet. And until we have that kind of attitude in governance, we will not create the enabling environment. Some of the laws we operate is meant for people who are already comfortable. Copying American laws, the Americans are operating the laws of people who have already arrived. They didn't operate these laws they are operating today, 50 years after independence.
So maybe they saw the dangers in being extreme at the time, so they reformed because they know that
they have stabilized now.
Because they know that human beings should get a second chance. When you take them through the judicial system and you pass them through reform, they could be instrumental, beneficial to their society.
We don't need a second chance now. We are in an emergency situation. Emergency does not give room for waste.
Are we in an emergency situation because we lack the prowess to deal with this situation, or we're in an emergency situation simply because we have become lethargic in reacting?
We're in an emergency situation because we are too comfortable. We have a misorientation. We have a terrible misorientation in this country. For instance, this thing that happened in Plateau, some people should be held responsible. What is the commissioner of police doing? What is the army commander doing? The head of military intelligence in that zone? The head of DSS in that zone?
They said they were overwhelmed now, that the amount of...
What is the evidence of being overwhelmed?
They said the amount of calls they received. The head of the major in charge of...
And that is why we have the Air Force now, who is on an emergency. The Air Force is kept on an emergency. The planes are kept on an emergency. It's not the time you receive a call, you go to fix the fuel, you go to put fuel. The planes are steaming, waiting for actions.
All the time?
At all times, that's what it should be, at all times.
How much is that going to cost us?
What? You said how much?
How much is it going to cost us?
But you have got enough fuel to deal with it if we are serious. Are you saying that if somebody attacks the State House, terrorists trying to kidnap the president, we are wasting our time?
But if we're proactive, if we had active intelligence on the ground, this intelligence can give us information ahead of time, and then we can plan to hit them.
Exactly. That's why I talked about drones. The drones can give us the information we need.
But the drones can perhaps give you censored images. They can give you images of gathering. That's the kind of image they got that led to the confusion with those misstrikes.
We are sending, you see, experts know how to analyze these things. As the drones are supplying their information, human beings on ground are supplying their information.
Okay.
Where is the traditional ruler in those communities? Where are the community associations? A lot of people are complicit in this thing. And now we are treating acts of terrorism the way we are treating acts of corruption. We have come to accept corruption as a way of life. And we are living, and every Nigerian is actually enjoying it. Everybody is part and parcel of the business. And everybody is happy with it.
I'm not.
Now we are treating corrupt...
You said every Nigerian, I'm not.
Practically all, really. Nigerians are very comfortable with the... That is why you begin to query an act of corruption by a politician. Somebody will tell you, is he the only person? I was challenging a politician for being corrupt. They said that I'm not patriotic, that as an Igbo man, I shouldn't be exposing my brother, that is he the only person, that people have been doing all this and all. It doesn't give people... And again, the money the man looted is not for me and you, it's for him, not even for him and his children. Because some of them even remove their children until they are there, the children will grab whatever remains.
Let's go for the news update. When we come back, we'll turn the conversation over to you as we coast to the final hour of our conversation. Do stay with us.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good morning to you. Here's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenjima. The Niger State Governor, Umaru Bago, has assented to the 2024 appropriation bill passed by the House of Assembly 7 days after he presented the budget proposal to Parliament. The governor presented to the State Assembly a 2024 budget estimate of over 613 billion naira. Bago said his administration accorded respect to the independence of the legislature and read a riot act against members of his cabinet who failed to honor the invitation of the State House of Assembly for scrutiny and status inquiry. He also directed all the revenue-generating ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, to live up to expectations. The Ondo State government has declared a 3-day period of mourning in honor of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, who died yesterday. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa also ordered the national flags be flown at half-mast in reflection of the mood of the state for 7 days. According to a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adenio, the mourning period takes effect from today with fasting and prayers. The Governor also announced the suspension of state government ceremonies during the period of mourning. Meanwhile, condolence registers have been opened at the Governor's office and the Government House in Akure, as well as state liaison offices in Lagos and Abuja. Meanwhile, 2 political appointees of the late Governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, have resigned their appointments. This followed after the Special Advisor to the late Governor on Union Matters and Special Duties, Dare Aragbaye, and the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Richard Olatunde, resigned their appointments yesterday. In a letter addressed to the Secretary to the State Government, SSG, the duo said their resignation became necessary following the death of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. Also, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Special Duties and Strategy, Adedoyin, also announced his resignation from the government. On the foreign scene, Israel's war cabinet has been given approval by the wider security cabinet to move from Stage B of the war to Stage C. Stage C is meant to be a move away from mass killing into much more surgical strikes in southern Gaza. Reports say the sort of war that Israeli military is carrying out now is almost impossible to imagine and would certainly bring a great deal of international criticism. While it is up to the war cabinet to decide when to move from Stage B to C, there are indications that it could be well into next month until the war changes its face. And that's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenjima. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
With a deep sense of loss, but with gratitude to God for the length of years in service to God and humanity, we, the families of Biosia Ako Braid and Pakapaka John Bull, all of Ikripolo in Buguma, Asaritori local government area, and the late Marshal Sokari Hari of Harrison Ogigo in Iwapolo of Harristown, with members of the Three Cross Society of Nigeria, regret to announce the peaceful exit of our daughter, sister, wife, mother, grandmother, late Amata Oye Betty Marshal Sokari Hari, aged 80. Burial arrangements. Body leaves Ashes to Ashes mortuary at 9 a.m. to Obuama, Harristown this Friday, the 29th of December. Commendation service 1 p.m. at St. John's African Church, Obuama. Funeral service Saturday 30th of December at 10:30 a.m. at Our Saviour's Cathedral, Buguma. Reception follows immediately at KNC Field, Buguma. This is signed by Sonny Marshall Harry, Chief Mourner.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All right, we say thank you for staying with us. Let's go straight and take some of your reactions. Now, 6 minutes past the hour of 10. The newspaper review segment, Today's Quest, Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Let me begin from social media today. To take those reactions on X, we'll start from there. We have just one post today on X, and the question is, does it seem correct, the Sultan assertion, which is bandits always a step ahead of government? The Sultan. Leziga Vera puts it this one on X. The pain is not even the fact that they are one step ahead, but it consistently happens. Government doesn't seem to find a solution or have an idea what to do. And then Michelle Dagogo says, it's something even the government knows bandits are ahead of them. I want to believe that that's not true, but that's how you feel, Michelle, and you do have an absolute right to that opinion. On Facebook, let's read a few of your comments this morning. Dr. Mrs. Sinma Olebara from Opinion Poll, 195 killed and over 10,000 displaced in Plateau. These are human beings that are sent to their untimely death in the most gruesome manner and not fouls. Life is no longer sacred and precious and blood not costly again. A government that cannot live up to its basic responsibilities of protecting lives and property is a colossal failure. May God grant the dead eternal rest and give us the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Ebere Medino puts it this way: Plateau killings, bandits, that story. They are the ones aiding the bandits. Have we forgotten Gumi, FG bandits meetings? He said he scripted Kuje jailbreak and the huge amount that have been spent as ransom. Okay, those are the facts you're adding to your claim, yeah? All right, if it makes it for you, all right. Amity Prince, it's quite unfortunate that since 1999 till now, thousands of persons have been massacred in Plateau and Nigerian governments never found solution to these killings. It's high time government allowed every male child in that part of the country to carry arms so that when at least they can use that to defend themselves since security agencies can't defend them. Thank God Ability Atwebe puts it this way: any country that fails to value human lives will never move forward. On June 5, 2022, a mass shooting and bomb attack occurred at a Catholic church in the city of Owo in Ondo State, and over 40 worshippers were killed, while more than 80 were injured in that attack. The federal government is here to tell Nigerians those responsible for the Owo church attack. Investigations upon investigation with no result. Heistman Boaja puts it this way: Plateau killings, death toll rises to 195. It's always sad that the military obeys the last command as the operation lasted for 48 hours. It then means that nobody gave a command. And if it continues like this, what then becomes of our fate? How many people will be alive in 2027? Okay. Oluna John Amechi says, Plateau massacre, FG vows justice, IG sends squad, and so on. The killing in Plateau State is unacceptable. Security chiefs should have resigned. Is Nigeria failing? How can people be killed in their thousands in a country where the government is not doing anything to protect its people? May their souls rest in peace. Lorenzo Delight, if one considers what is happening, believing his assertion won't be difficult, but we know that they are sabotaging efforts to win this war. Until FG fishes out those military personnel aiding these bandits with vital information and arms supply, we shall continue to witness attacks and killings. Adioji says the killing is as a result of system failure. Don Pedro, from the time of former presidents down to this current administration, it has always been killing here, killing there. When will this stop in Nigeria? These headsmen killing innocent people, these alleged headsmen killing innocent people, what are they even killing for? It's only in a failed country you would see a terrorist group be ahead of the government. Who are the people sponsoring these guys? Question. The Sultan may be right in his assertion, but the truth is that Nigeria isn't working. So-called leaders have failed our citizens woefully. Prince Annie, our government and governance is full of politics and politricks. We better arm ourselves before we become prey to these bandits. Is arming ourselves the solution? On the general post, I'll just read a few. I wanted to be a musician, not a politician. Governor Adeleke. Yes, I agree with Governor Adeleke with the abysmal leadership results we're experiencing from the so-called leaders in Nigeria. Majority of them are on the misroads. Many of them never had anything to do with leadership. Some are security risk, but are chief security officers of many governments. Okay. Don Pedro, my heartfelt condolence to the good people of Ondo State. Indeed, a big loss to them. The late governor is someone I love so much. Very reticent person who doesn't talk too much, but very calculative and decisive. I can recall vividly well, he was the first government to pass the anti-grazing bill into law. I was also the first governor to form a security outfit, which is known today as Amotekun. But unfortunately, death didn't allow him to finish the second term. And I want to also remind the politicians who behave anyhow and think that they own their lives. We're all messengers on earth, and someday death will definitely come knocking on our doors. Henry Amaroko says, imagine the death rate in Plateau State and no arrest till this minute. If it was in the east, by now, army would have started burning houses, as alleged by you again. Let's move on. We'll read some messages and then we'll open the phone lines so we can have you speak to us this morning. So let's read some of your messages. Let's see if we can begin from WhatsApp. Kelly, may the soul of Akeredolu rest in peace. I would have used his death to advise other politicians to do the right thing, but obviously they would never learn. So I'll keep my advice to myself. While the dancing governor, he adds spice to governance with his dance moves. Simply Goodness from Alakaya. Thank you, Goodness, for reaching out. The demise of Akeredolu, former governor of Ondo State, came at a time when his services were highly needed. I commiserate with the immediate family and Ondo State. Tinubu has always advised Nigerians to be patient with his administration in various fora. I wonder why poor Nigerians would always be the ones to make sacrifices and be patient. It does not seem to me that his own labor pain will be ending soon. It looks like it's going to be a persistent pain. I hope he proves me otherwise by making life easier for Nigerians. Seems well for peace. However, such peace must be within the ambits of the law. Okay, thank you. FCT minister saying that God chose Tinubu while speaking to clergy is the most ridiculous thing I've heard in recent times. It's really unfortunate that those who put Nigeria in this clueless government would turn around to say it is from God. I leave his conscience to judge him if he has one. Orji and Wanosike's rift should not be taken serious. Both of them have done things together. They have different interests now, and that is when Orji suddenly realizes that Samuel is bloodthirsty or thirsty. If they are not falling out, would he be saying that? Okay, I guess that's your point. Wazigwe from Rumaholu, thank you for reaching out. Couldn't read everything you sent. Good morning, Kelly, and the guest I'm Pat from Port Harcourt. I hope you people, especially those with Western ideas as against all non-religious positions, Christianity, Islam, etc., would crucify me on the issue of sexual affair with so-called minor. If it is rape, I condemn it. Whether it is a child or old woman and culprits, they deserve to pay. But if it's formal relationship with so-called minor, the position of Western civilization is hypocritical. Who defines who is an adult or gives 18 years as an adult? In Arab world and even northern Nigeria, they marry girls of 17 years and below. Remember Senator Yari. Yet heaven didn't fall. Go to Gambia Street and see them. They should go and arrest their husbands, or the law is for some. Go to Rumola. These so-called minors are out there in some kind of trade. Also, some politicians use these girls as conference materials, yet no arrest. In Spain, it's 15 years. The same Western people are promoting child pornography and other things. Meanwhile, our mothers married at 14, 15 and never had fibroids, gave birth to 12 children, died at good old age. Today, some ladies are yet to marry at 40, talk less of children, but have been involved in sex from the so-called minor age. Northern Nigeria have moved on with what suits them, and we're here speaking grammar. They say we're hypocrites like the Oyibo we copy. Bryce, I need to take a response to this.
Well, the issue is that the law is the law.
He mentioned many things.
Yes. Well, the law is the law. If there's no doubt that our laws was influenced by our colonization by the British. Okay? If we're colonized by the Arabs, it may have been different.
It may have been different.
It may have been different. Our orientation and mindset was as well influenced by the Christian religion, which came from the West too.
Okay.
And our lifestyle today, as at today, is influenced by the same Western civilization, and it's continuing to be influenced by it. So if the Nigerian law says 18 and you go beyond 18, the law will come after you.
You go below 18.
You go below 18, the law will come after you. Then, whether our mothers married very tender, that was correct. In fact, my grandmother told me that as at the time my grandfather married her, my grandfather was carrying her. Yes, that she was so small that my grandfather was carrying her at the back to cross streams. And when they and that she lived
but small doesn't mean of a small age.
No. Of age. That he lived with my grandfather's mother for almost 10 years before he went into formal relationship with the husband.
Okay, at least 10 years.
For 10 years without contact with the husband.
So they allowed her time to mature.
Exactly. That she was small. They were living in the same company, but he had no contact with the husband. That this carrying over streams when they were going to farm, and the mother-in-law was there. Said, help the little girl pass. So you will stay.
So it's almost like they married her for him.
That is what I'm saying now. One woman told me that she got married at 7, and lived with the mother-in-law too. She started making babies at 14.
Okay.
She married, and she had no formal. In fact, she told me that that it was difficult for her and the husband to start living formally. Why? Because he thought it was the brother. He had lived there, he thought it was the brother. And therefore, when it was time to start the informal marital, the mother-in-law had to intervene to convince her that this is not your brother, it's your husband.
Wow.
So that was it. Whether we married at tender age, My mother told me she married at 20, and by which time she was already seen as an old woman. That her mates married at 14. In fact, some of the children of her mates, when I see them, I say, he told me that we are made that they married at 13. In fact, one started making children at 13, and that one at 14, as at then. Okay? That was traditional African society. In the north, you see a man of 60. In fact, even in some parts of the southern Nigeria, southeast, there are men of 65 that I know married girls of 16 years. I've seen it. In fact, I've seen a man of 70 marrying a girl of 16, 17 years. Okay? It happens in our society, in our traditional societies. It happens in northern Nigeria. But that does not detract on what the law has said it is. Now, he says that I heard of him talk of hypocrisy. Yes, I agree with him. Western models, Western civilization, Western thought patterns is often, and even Western religion is often very, very hypocritical. Very, very hypocritical. I agree with him perfectly on the issue of hypocrisy. Double standards, lies and all is associated with what in Europe and North America. Even the establishment, the attitude of the establishment to sex and relationships, it runs contrary to the spirit and norms of the laws. And let nobody doubt that in societies across the world, societies such as our society that are influenced by Western civilization, that in such societies, the law is often used against the weak than the strong. For instance, in Britain, it's difficult for you to arrest, prosecute, and jail a member of the royal family or any of the ruling houses in Britain. It's pretty difficult for you, although they maintain a conservative lifestyle that reduces their contact with the public. But even in cases of where such things happen, they find a way right around it. Okay? So whether he's talking about hypocrisy, yes, it's hypocrisy. Whether these laws are meant, sometimes and even here in this country, often when he talks about some big men using them as conference materials, we can't pretend we are not aware. We are aware. We are aware they use them as conference materials. You are very correct. And it doesn't change the law. And whether you like it or not, the law will always be used. Theoretically, the law is for everybody, and all of us are equal before the law. But that will be being too naive for you not to understand that powerful. When we're talking about powerful individuals in the society, and I was trying to give you strategies how you can go about it. That the laws are used against the weak more than the strong is a fact that speaks for itself. But the truth of the matter is that once the law is made clear, but even the ruling class among themselves, they often single their own out, particularly when there are disagreements among them. They often single their own out for destruction as a way of consolidating the class interest. So even when they fall out among themselves, they still call themselves by names and single themselves out, at least one or two persons in some seasons, for destruction. So I agree with him, but let us look at what the law says and abide by it. Okay, so you weren't crucified after all now for the things that you said. We even had to bring some clarity into it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good morning, presenter. What happened in Plateau State is very bad. Did you hear how many persons died?
Did you how many communities were affected? Please, who occupied this land after the community must have left those lands? What is the traditional ruler or the traditional rulers of those communities doing to stop these killings? This killing have to stop. All the political elites in the north fold their hands and cannot address this issue and put some vigilante group to stop any attack on people. Sweet Tony, that's your reaction. Let me go to the traditional SMS portal. We'll read a few messages and then we open the phone lines so we can have you speak to us live this morning. Good morning, Kelly. The issue of regarding the Nigerian and minors overseas is worrisome. My brother, some Nigerians or some humans are naturally enthralled by minors, a psychological and criminal situation, Christian pedophile. Take note, however, that indecent relationship with minors is not peculiar to immigrants. R. Kelly was accused of and punished for same. Finally, indecent relationships with minors do not admit ignorance of age as excuse. Russell Bluejack, thank you for reaching out. Gift from Port Harcourt, Kelly, on the swearing in of Governor Aidatiwa, I want to salute his courage to disobey Tinubu's order to sign the undated resignation letter. He would have entered one chance, like for Barra. No, he signed it now. He didn't disobey, he signed it. On the invasion of Darlington Orji house, the Alu Ospak were on routine patrol, just like police and Edison's case. Okay, maybe you're just being sarcastic or you're telling us something we don't know. Good morning, Kelly. If it's peaceful demonstration of Nigerians against them, they will gather intelligence information. Chai, our nation is bleeding every day with the blood of Nigerians. Stella, thank you, Stella, for reaching out. Good morning. Today, FM, Nigerian population is growing from where? Over 200 million. Is it from Niger, Chad, Cameroon, Mali, Kenya, Libya, Benue, Benin, as Benin Republic, Togo, Gambia, etc. All on oil revenue. Our borders are being controlled by the country surrounding Nigeria. Okay, I need to be sure where you're going to. Let me not waste my time. Okay, you say our government should be held accountable for this death. Most of our Nigerian leaders are not. Okay, thank you. 12 from Eleme. I've tried. I read as much as I could. Good morning, presenter and the guests in the house. Killings, abductions of people for ransom. Who am I? Where am I from? Why am I here? What can I do? Darlington Orji, Samuel Wanasike, even the nonchalant police. Choice of words, and others. So let's rephrase that, okay? Even the police and others must know that they do what they know how best to do because they have the breath of life. The moment the breath is out, you become a prey to worms, and he said, so strong men become the meal of worms. Okay, Friday, I'm not sure what you mean. I've told you before, you have quite the imagination, so let me move on. The use of sophisticated weapons by different armed groups in Nigeria started when Nigeria Police and Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps started holding guns. When Nigeria Army and Navy were holding guns, it wasn't like this. It becomes difficult to see anyone holding dangerous weapon, sophisticated weapons that are meant for military being everywhere, making it easy to kill. This one happened on Christmas Eve. What about the one that will happen on New Year Eve? Are you expecting one? In Rivers, God should touch the hearts of those supposed killers not to think of any evil against New Year Eve, more especially in Ekweya land. Okay? God, I suppose that's a prayer you're trying to make. Let's open the phone lines now so that we can have you speak to us live this morning in the studio. 081700000951, 081095100951. Again, 081700000951, 081095100951. Those are the numbers to call. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly.
Hello, Frank. Please go on.
Yeah, let me give order to this. No, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Plateau, that's right to 195. Tomorrow we hear another figure. And the state governor there has been collecting security votes. The man should stop collecting security votes for now because he's collecting the money in vain. The Nigerian government should stop collecting security votes because they cannot protect us. They are killing people every day by day, and they are still collecting security votes, and they cannot even give account of it. The essence of collecting this thing for them to secure us. Then I want to congratulate the new governor of Ondo State. Let him learn from others. Now, Akrederi is no more. Our Nigerian politicians, money cannot save anybody if time has come. People should do something that the people will talk good about you people. This is my comment this morning. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, Frank, thank you so much for reaching out. Let's take some more reactions. Today, 95.1. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
This is Frank calling from Paco.
Please go on.
Whenever we talk about this killing nationwide, it seems even the media is trying to give us information, but even the media is not following up. This one is Plateau, just Christmas Day. Everybody is shouting. But this thing has been happening every day, continuously. Life is being wasted anyhow. Everybody will just shout after 2 days. In fact, after tomorrow, definitely even this station will change it to the next program. So we are not following up things, and it's very sad that life is being wasted like this in this country. What are you talking about? This government, the previous government, it's just like this. What is the way forward? Please, if we cannot help ourselves, we should bring foreigners to help us. Thank you very much.
Can foreigners help us? Barrister.
That will be expensive, that will be difficult, but it may be possible.
It may be possible.
It may be possible, yes.
Why? Why would it be easier for foreigners to help us?
Well, possibly if we give a security contract, it's possible that those people will be a little bit more neutral, less emotional and less involved.
Do the job and get out.
Do the job and get out.
Today 95.1. Oh, we lost a call. Please call us back if you can, when you can. 0817 00 00951 0810 9510951. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly.
Welcome, sir.
Compliments of the season.
Best of wishes here.
And the professor in the studio, I greet you, sir.
Thank you. I'm not a professor. Thank you.
Kelly, concerning the death toll in Plateau State.
What's your name, please?
My name is David. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
We wake up every morning shedding tears. We wake up every morning one sad news or the other. These people are human beings for crying out loud. They are not shaking. Today is Plateau State. Thank God we are in River State. Nobody knows. It wasn't like this in Plateau State some years ago. But today is Plateau State. If this thing doesn't stop, it might escalate to other states. I am even beginning to suspect the government and even the army. I may be wrong, but that is where I am feeling now. I'm getting confused. Are you telling me that Nigeria...
Morning, Kelly. I greet your guest. Morning.
Morning.
Maybe from Port Harcourt.
Please go on.
Kelly, what happened over 3 days or 4 days ago is indeed condemnable by well-meaning human race. But Kelly, if we are actually in a country that is actually value human life and things are working effectively, by now Gumi should have been answering some questions concerning those he said he actually used in actualizing whatever he actualized when he was the governor of Kaduna State. We saw it in that video viral where he was boasting, speaking on their language. And Sudan or Sokoto, who is also a northerner, such a thing is happening in your terrain. And you can, even if they are not Nigerians, they have a neighboring boundary with Nigeria, Chad, and what have you. These people can easily be identified. What is actually going on? I already said it that look, the northerners need to come out to explain to Nigerians what is going on with the Boko Haram bandits and killer head men.
Why is it the northerners that need to come out and explain?
Of course, they need to, because these people emanated from their territory. And former president said, look.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Sorry?
So the people calling from the southeast, they should come out and explain. The people of the southeast should come out and explain what's happening in the southeast then.
Of course, the people in the southeast need to also come out to say, look, these are the people. We need to identify it. Don't tell them that this.
So people want to do something. Do you want to? Are you telling me they don't see
no checkpoint. People will just disappear. They will do anything they will do. They go away with it. We'll after 2 days, like somebody said, after 2 days, now this will just we'll continue another topic. Three is proactive and say you cannot come here and kill any of our citizens and go free. Look at when an American was kidnapped. They came down to his country and take that one farmer away. When you see people like this, you don't try them. You cannot see American citizen working in jail here. And you find that these are American citizens. And you slap that person. America will come for you. And you will be afraid of their citizens anywhere you see them. But in Nigeria here, they kill Nigerians like fowl. Nothing the government will come out tomorrow and say you will condemn. What are they condemning? Without doing anything. Next week, there will be another killing. Condemn. And give an issue and directive to arrest. And they will not arrest anybody. In this country that the army commander to Medjugorje and his what the president do? Nothing. So we the citizens, what do you expect us to believe? That is the question. Who is involved in this case? Also 30-something years now, I've been hearing plateau killing. It's not.
So sorry. Please call us back if you can, so we can have you conclude on your thoughts. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Kelly.
Hello.
Please, I want to ask these people.
Is this AB?
Yeah, it's AB.
Sorry. Let's allow others a chance to contribute. Okay, you've done so already. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Good morning, Professor Kelly.
Hi, First Lady. Welcome.
Compliments of the season.
Compliments to you too.
I was calling you to speak so you can come and eat rice. You did not pick my line.
Why did I miss it now? How did I even miss it?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Welcome.
Professor Kelly. I want to really deeply commiserate the family of Akritolu, the wife, the whole people of Ondo State. Especially the wife, I want to tell her to take out. She should take heart. I also take solace in Christ, who is able to keep her at home. It's not easy, this trying period. She should put herself together. And also, if the dead can hear, I would have just advised Akritolu, wherever he is, that he should open up his mouth now that he has reached the place of no return. The end. So his place of the way Nigerian government have been fighting insecurity in this country. Because with everything happening, I've now come to conclusion that there is a hidden truth that they are hiding from Nigerians. Why they are not fighting this insecurity? Why are the citizens dying? What is their crime that they committed that they started to die since 2015 till now? So many thousands of Nigerians have died. What is our crime? We should stand here and tell the Creator what we have done to die. Because His life, Muhammad told us that they know where these people are. They are just being careful. For many years, they are being careful. Nigerians are dying in their numbers every now and then. And nobody is being
happening. Are you give me facts to confirm to me that it's happening, First Lady?
My dear brother, tell me, you know what I'm saying. That this
no, I don't know what you're saying, please.
And the last year here, they said either 2 years ago that U.S. published some names, 6 names that supporters are public sponsors of Boko Haram in Nigeria. See today, that woman that Buhari told us that they are not interested in naming and shaming of those people. Why are they not interested in naming and shaming? And nobody has been brought to book. The whole book has stood up. They are not doing anything. Look at me communicating with people. Communicating with bandits in their houses. They know where they are. Why are Nigerians dying? And what is the reason? He should open up that place and tell this Almighty God why Nigerians are dying in their numbers. That is what I have for him.
All right. First Lady, thank you so much. Thank you for reaching out. 0817-00000951, 0810951091. Those are the numbers to call. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kelly.
Morning.
Yes, Ugo, I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Did you say Ugo?
Ugo.
Please go on.
Yes.
Kelly, I laugh. We are jokers, Kelly. We are jokers. We will not know that insecurity is being used to run politics in Nigeria. We are sounding as if when any candidate is coming on board, he will tell you, the North will call the candidate. What are you going to do for the North? Not what are you going to do for the entire nation. What are you going to do for the North? And nobody from the East will say, come to East, what are you going to do for the East? Nobody will say, what are you going to do for the West? The North will say, what are you going to do for the North? Now, this issue of insecurity will be mentioned. I will admit one day, I will fight against Boko Haram. They will put it down here. It is our own person that will fight bandits. Now, let me shock you a little bit. My younger cousin is in the military. This boy will tell us, post on Facebook, that is any time they are in their own camp, where there is network. He will tell us, any moment they are going into the bush, he put this thing on Facebook, on our own private family platform. He will tell us that the information, and it's not good to be said on radio. The number of soldiers, Nigerian soldiers killed.
Is it in the offices when they make these so-called alleged transactions to know?
Kelly, who will give you this information? Is it the officer in the office?
Okay, send us proof. No, send us proof.
I am telling you that my own person who goes to fight in the field.
Do you know I can also tell you the things that my own person who is in the military has been telling me?
Kelly,
do you want me to tell you?
How you people are, when we talk, you say alleged. When we talk, but we see them
because anybody can come on radio and want to claim that they are Jack when they are actually come. How are we going to verify? No, I don't know what you mean by it's happening. What is happening? You tell me your name is Jack. What if your name is Tom? How can I verify? Just because he's wearing military uniform, or let's even assume that he's even in the military. Does it mean that he's the authority? Give us facts. If he has facts, bring out the facts. Not be Tori matter. What are we doing now? Today 95.1. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly.
Welcome, Obed. Please go on.
Thank you very much. This is to hold indeed funded on the amount of people that have been killed by these criminals. And that goes to tell you how much collapse in our security architecture in this very country. And nothing seems to be done about it. And I'm still perturbed that in spite of the outcry of the people on the technology, on how to be able to forestall some security challenges, our leaders are paying deaf ear to it. It has never happened anywhere, honestly, whereby the terrorists will operate freely. There is no intervention from our security personnel. They operate freely, and of what heard is about 15 communities, about 0 government thereabout. Hello.
We're listening to you, Obed.
They operate freely. Nobody stops them.
Tell is unfortunate. I think on the senior client, people that are involved, the head of military on that region, DSS or police, I think by now they should have tendered their resignation. Because I'm not getting it. Kelly, what is happening to that Nigerians must ask our leaders what is happening.
All right.
Has this thing now become business?
Okay, Obed, thank you for reaching out. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do a final call before we go. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Kanima calling from Chicago.
Please go on.
Yes, my brother. Insecurity in this country. I want to begin ask. 2023 general election from the state to the federal government.
there was massive gathering, political gathering, and we have not heard of one attack. All the political gathering. Then after election, we have started hearing about 100 killed, 20, 200. I'm beginning to join people to suspect government being know what they are doing. If now people are shouting about technology, I want to ask this question. Lekki Togi, were there no technology, what has happened today? Is it not technology we use for general election? What is the result of the technology? I want to say that government are planning to deal with the people. They will do. The government planning to wicked the people, that is what they will also do. It is not that they cannot know what to do. It's because they don't have people at heart.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's not that they don't know what to do, it's just that they don't have the people at heart. Let's close. Let me come back to Paris Arochukwu. He's been the only guest for today, and he's done quite a fantastic job. I allowed him some space at some point, from too many questions. But let's go back to where we started from. I think we started. Let's start from Akeredolu. We started with the sexual issue, but let's go back to Akeredolu. The state government decided to tell us the cause of his ailment, what killed him, and I'm wondering. All this while, there was a time it was secret when they kept asking, where is the governor? Where is the governor? Nobody said anything. Yeah. It became so loud, and then we heard that the governor wasn't well, and then at some point, they flew him to Germany, the first trip, and then he returned. All that secrecy, you would have expected that the government that feels is accountable to the people will come out to say, well, the governor at the moment is not feeling well. We suspect that these are the issues. At this point, we would ask for prayers for the governor, but he's still carrying on with his constitutional roles. If there is a challenge, we would inform the good people of Ondo State. But they kept quiet. Now they're telling us he did not die of leukemia. He died of prostate cancer and so on and so forth. Does it make sense when we continue to act like this?
That is characteristics of governments in Africa. Remember the case of Yeradua?
Yeah.
Remember the case of the governor from Taraba, Sontai?
Yeah. That's from the plane crash.
Exactly. And now Akeredolu. All of them follow the same trend. Remember Yeradua was outside the country. At a point, they flew him into the country. At a point, finally before he died. Remember the quarrel let him transmit power, at least on acting capacity to the VP then. In the case of Sontai, he too was outside the country. At a point, they brought him in once. It was the same crisis of transmit power to your deputy. Now, Akeredolu, why? In Africa, power is a means of production. It's a business. It's an industry. It's one of the trades you engage in to make a living.
And you have too many stakeholders.
Exactly. So, whoever holds on to power, holds on to it tightly. So, it's his friends and family members. There are a lot of stakeholders. The person, the family members, the friends, and passers-by and nucleus. So, everybody is a stakeholder. And everybody is busy, doing whatever is involved to fill the pocket. You know that if you give an impression that the person is not around or is incapacitated, or that you should transmit power, you are transmitting the benefits that come with it. It means all the entire network and line of people are going to go. Already you can see Ayetiwa has been sworn in. Most of the aides of the former governor is going. Other ones is firing. Obviously, it's going to fire everybody down the line and bring a new set of people, except a few that may be either playing double loyalty before, or a few that has assured him that we are going to stay with you. If not, everybody is going. Of course, the first family is leaving the state house. They must have left by now.
Yeah.
Good. Because there will be a new first lady. There is already a new governor, and already has arrived the governor's office yesterday.
It's been sworn in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I arrived. You have been sworn in. So a lot of things are going to change down the line. Okay. India means that when there is a change of power in Africa, a few heads will roll. Why I disagree with Amin is that he said a few heads. When there's a change of point in Africa, many heads will roll, not just a few.
So those in power must hold on to power at all costs.
Exactly. So that is why you see everything is handled in secrecy. And when people in government, you can notice it that people in government don't even allow others to come in. If your friend is in government and you want to get a recommendation or where to get something patronage from your friend will personally be the person to block you. Possibly he sees that you are better than him, and if you come, you could be considered to take his position, or you will come and reduce what we call choppings.
My goodness.
From it. But in Europe and North America, where power is for service, where they have attained certain level of maturity, it is even the person himself who will come and announce to the public, look, I'm sick, I need to go on leave. A lot of checks and balances, not just by the constitutional methods of checks and balances, but by the citizens who always set an agenda.
For those elected.
Exactly. Just what Mr. Brown used to tell us here, that we should set agenda, we should tell them what we want, we should lead them to where we want us to go. In Europe, it is the people that set agenda. So if a governor of a state in the US is supposed to use a cube of sugar and he uses 2 cubes of sugar, he either pays for himself or he explains to the taxpayers why their money should be used to buy an extra cube of sugar. But you are here during the festive period, the governor will order trailer loads of rice, trailer loads of beans, cows, and be sharing to friends, family, and everybody. Most times, I have not heard where they budgeted those, where they put those things in the budget. So here, people put their hand in the common fund and collect it and proceed. In fact, some governor run the government from their back pocket. Just you want money, they will bring out there and give to you. So that is how it is done here. So because of the numerous benefits that come with it, that is why there's so much secrecy in it. So Akero the Luz family is not an exception. There is a history to it.
We have to go. Arochiko Paul Ogbonna, Esquire, National Coordinator, Civil Rights Council. You have a thanks, sir.
Thank you very much, Kelly. God bless you and Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year, sir. Well, that's our show. Kelly Kemenchima is my name. Have yourselves a great day. From 11, Dave Roberts will be here for entertainment today. Stay with Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Kemenchima. Good morning.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Every person in my life deserves correct breakfast. Brother me deserves all the nourishment he can get. Mama Nkechi Unko, she has such a big heart. She deserves a breakfast that can nourish her. And let's not forget my little sister. This Peak Mini is just her size. Small but mighty, just like her.
There's nourishment for you with the new Peak Mini Pack. Now you fit chop better breakfast. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique dial.
In life, if you understand me or not, misunderstand me or not, me, I'm okay. And if you think I'm wrong or not, long as it's what I want, me, I'm okay. Cause who are you to judge me like say you be holy past? I didn't love my life, get my peace of mind, that I try survive. We all be sinners, my body. Nobody holy bad, and my happiness comes first. I never come left to stress. I be like Terminator. I dey deliver. I pass it up top. I be like Terminator. I dey deliver. I pass it up top. No fuga, no be lamba. Everything a banger, Pantana Villa. Give glory to the maker. Everything for this life, a balance. Evidently more gallant. Happiness deep inside of me, and nothing fit to steal. It's not your life, I go joy. To the people that go
I pull up like a boss. In a phantom, in a Porsche. What a feeling, sure you know, say I'm rooting for you.
I be like Terminator. I dey deliver. I pass it up time. I be like Terminator. I dey deliver. I pass it up time.
So if you don't know this man does anything, so my God speed. No, they try to tear us down. Stand up every day and fight it proud. Today we are saying this out loud. But when no day them can't get to you. Full time now we stand up and talk. Yes, I don't like when we are talk. No way don't pass that mark. No way don't get me dark. Terminator with a capital T. Believe in yourself, don't take no breach. Focus on the goals and you must reach. Chant to some and defeat the beat.
Who are you to judge me like say you be only past? I didn't love my life, there might be some might better try survive. We all be sinners, my body know but free bad. And my happiness comes first, never come life to stress, yeah. I be like Terminator, I dey deliver, I pass it up time.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
BBC News with Debbie Russ. Ukraine has begun receiving its final tranche of US military aid unless Republicans in Congress unblock more funding. The $250 million package includes aid defense, artillery and small arms ammunition. China has urged its nationals to leave the Lo Kai district in northern Myanmar. Its embassy there cited the continuing fighting between the military and 3 ethnic rebel groups in the region along the border with China. Israel has said it will intervene in southern Lebanon to push back Hezbollah fighters unless the government reins them in. Escalating clashes have led to concerns the Hamas-Israel conflict could widen. Amnesty International has accused the Indian authorities of continuing to unlawfully target journalists by putting invasive spyware on their iPhones. The Indian government has neither confirmed nor denied using spyware. North Korea's leader has ordered the military, munitions and nuclear weapons sectors to further accelerate their preparations for a possible war. State media quoted Kim Jong-un as saying that unprecedented US confrontations made this necessary. Norway's largest pension company says it's divesting its holdings in 11 firms in the Gulf states, among them Aramco, the Saudi oil giant. KLP said it was taking the action because of the bad human rights records of the countries, which it described as authoritarian. The president of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, says a meeting with senior US officials in Mexico City has resulted in important agreements that benefit both nations. He gave no further details of the talks on economic cooperation, security and migration. The funeral has been held in Iran for the senior Revolutionary Guards advisor who was killed in an airstrike in Syria this week. Prayers for Syed Razi Mousavi were led by the country's supreme leader, who described him as a martyr. BBC News.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM Pawtucket, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the
Wake up to today's quest.
Welcome to take you through the ever-exciting world of sports.
Today's quest on Today 95.1 FM, the newspaper review segment.
You should pay them. Why not pay them so that the legislature can function effectively? The law governing those people allows them to create a multi-door. I won't use your vehicle. Just so that they are giving to us to Assembly 600 million. I'm not coming there because I want to chop that peck. No.
Just calm down, okay? Everything is gonna be all right if you believe. Welcome to the show, Entertainment Today. Right.
Let's engage on today's hustle.
Welcome to Talk That Talk on Today. No, there's nothing to sugarcoat. If you go to the street, that's where you can get the true report. It's not on newspaper or wherever.
Because I see no reason why people have been suffering like this. And they are bringing IGR, they are bringing...
And then welcome to today's Sport Life.
There are people that are scared of it, Jack.
Nigerian League champions can overturn.
They've conceded 5 goals away from home, and at their home ground, they've not been able to score. So he talked about not...
Welcome to the
platform already.
Okay, America is the standard, right?
It is happening in America.
Hold on, America is. Hold on now. America is the standard.
Yes,
Okay.
now they are the fathers of democracy now. Who brought them?
No, they are not the fathers of waiting. They happen. You give them that in the way you talk to. Will they give anybody where they do well? Nah, this is the monkey man. This monkey man.
And just when you think we are done, come on with us. Let's interact on today's Connect.
Is it free? I want to know. Is it Query Road free? I want to know. Traffic situation on the road. But this is Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM, your eyewitness report show.
The gist, we go to play, we go to catch cruise, we go to enjoy ourselves because all work and no play.
I don't know why we are taking this serious. Is there any law that they have passed in this country?
It is. Let me tell you. Today 95.1 FM. We are your perfect companion from dawn to dusk. Every day. Every day.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
After Oxygen, entertainment has to be the next best thing.
Because every chapter is unexpected.
At Today 95.1 FM, we know we entertain better, so we do it.
Life is too short to overthink your overthinking. So join us at 11 a.m. every weekday.
Let's give you a taste of sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Entertainment today.
The ultimate entertainment extravaganza.
We know that you've had more than your share of challenges this year. So we're wishing you peace and hope at Christmas and a new year full of better days. Wishing you a season full of light and laughter for you and your family. Remember, you put the merry in your Christmas. Eat, drink, be merry. Have a wonderful Christmas and a new year filled 1FM Port Harcourt. My name is Lucky Maxwell.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria, this is Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Voice of the people.
Let's see. All I know is that when I did die and go. All I know is that when I did die and go. All I know is that when I did die and go. All they know is that when I did die and go. So I don't wanna cross. Oh, put them in the cross. Oh, their own. No, did it on their own. So I don't wanna be lost down to my front. No, I don't wanna fall on the dance. Supposing I fall in with my ID and that. I'm dressed in black. Opportunity no be waiting, I go they look them pass. So I my last man with my tech on the monkey. Shake hand on my money. Odumodu follow the cipher. I go fill my gas. Go higher cash. Phone while I fall. Sean, my ups on the lost. Cause all I know is that when I be I'm good. All I know is that when I be I'm good. All I know is that when I be I'm good. All they do is that when I be I'm good. I don't wanna cross. Oh, put them in the cross. No, that one. No, give it to that one. So I don't wanna be. No, down to my front. No, I don't wanna. The all on the dance floor.
I do always expect this. Normally. You did try us, you did try me. Normally. You came here to party, nah, but you came here to find me. came here to find me. The thing within my mind.
I go feel my gas. Higher cash. Why like show my ups on the lost.
Run for your life, they gon' come for your life. And my one true advice, bring her to the fight. Let it go. Kiss the kids and the wife over here. Shit get real, let the real could be bad when they go. I ain't about to go out like a motherfucker who. You bring it to my door, I'ma send you to the road. The thing about war, you will never know. Closure, the windows close, they be in the back door. And I don't trust nothing but this God-given flow. You buy like a balloon when you pass on dough. They crash out for me, cause I ride for my folks. Take a chance if you want, we gon' dance.
All I do is that when I be all I do is dance when I be all I do is dance when I be all they do is dance when I be I don't wanna cross, put them in the cross, yeah, get it on their own, I don't wanna win, down for my phone, I don't wanna.
And 2023 was definitely a Dumoto's year, right? He came in, he saw, he conquered. The brother has just been the biggest superstar for the year 2023. I give it up to him, right? He's a great guy. And I saw this coming, but I didn't see it coming so quick, right? Felt too quick to happen, but I mean, it is what it is. The year before, Dumoto was like every other artist in Nigeria, but right now, he's a big boy like that. And he's a very bad player on the pitch, right? So if you ever get to play football with Odumodu, maybe there will be blood on the dance floor, blood on the pitch, because it's not like Declan Rice. He's totally crazy. All right. Anyways, blood on the dance floor featuring Bloody Civilian and I don't know, Bloody Civilian. What's his thing in Blood and Odumodu on that song, but featuring Bloody Civilian and Wale playing right now on Today 95.1 FM. It's the 28th day of the month of December. Good morning, PH City. Welcome to the show, Entertainment Today, right here on Today 95.1 FM, your premium talk news and sports station at the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Welcome. My name is Dave Roberts, your favorite guy in radio. Call me Big Dave, dripping with opulence. Call me your radio muse. Call me. Yes, just call me anything you want to call me right here on Today 95.1 FM. The wonderful morning, PH City. What's happening? Hope you are out of bed. If you're still sleeping, hey, I really don't know what to say to you if you're still in bed till now. Maybe you are going through the problem that I have just discovered. I just discovered that I had a particular condition, and what's the name of that thing again? Oh my goodness, I should find the name of that thing. Okay. No. I wouldn't just say it without showing you the evidence, because I know this has been my problem lately. Yes, it's called Cleanomania, right? And it's an excessive desire to remain in bed. It's called Cleanomania. I discovered it. I'm like, okay, so this has been the problem. All right, this has been my demon I've been fighting. Cleanomania, cleanomanic, right? So if you have that desire to always remain in bed and you're still there till 11:13 a.m., what exactly are you? What exactly are you doing? All right, get up, right? It's a Wednesday. Go out there. I know, yes, it's holidays. You have to keep your fingers crossed, keep your legs crossed, stay on the do-rest. No, get out, okay? Take some vitamin D. Or just see people, say hi to people. Don't sit back and do nothing, all right? So you don't come down with stuff at the end of the year. Because if you don't move your body, some stuff happen to you. All right, so it's Entertainment Today. I'll be taking you through the latest juicy gossip and trend stories in the world of entertainment from now up until 12 p.m. where the world news would come up next. But in the meantime, I'll let you know what's popping, what's trending. Well, Dumoto is in the news today. Yes, he has made a couple of revelations about his relationship. Yeah. And of course, Alibaba has something to say about why he chose not to do law, rather get into comedy. So all this and more right here. And yes, Meghan Markle is coming back to the screen. So if you have been waiting for her to throw off the royalty and get back to doing movies, she will be doing that in 2024. All right, so I'll let you know all this and more on the show Entertainment Today right here on Today 95.1 FM. Go on a short break, come back, and then get straight into the news. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, ready? We rolling? Right, we're rolling.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Voice of the people.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. A beautiful season where the most amazing memories are made. Sharing and spending good time with family, friends, and loved ones. As we celebrate this season and remember the birth of Jesus Christ, may the joy of this festive season abound with you and your family. And also, don't forget to show love and care to everyone around you, because it's the season of giving love and sharing. You can put a smile on someone's face. Merry Christmas to you and have a wonderful new year from Today 95.1 FM.
Wonderful time of the year.
All right, welcome back. It's Still Entertainment Today right here on Today 95.1 FM. Let's get straight into the news. What's been trending? What's been happening? Starting off with Meghan Markle, like I mentioned to you. Now, 5 years after the Duchess of Sussex retired from acting, she was spotted making a late cameo in a recent ad for a coffee company she invested in. In December 19th, the video was uploaded where Clev co-founder Hannah Mandona delivers a heartfelt message to her colleagues, giving shout-outs to members of every department. And as well, Meghan was seen popping up several times throughout the video, like packing boxes as Hannah applauds the teamwork and passing a beverage to the co-founder. And yes, finally, we got the clue that something big might be coming in 2024. She might just get back to returning to movies, right? So if you're a big fan of Meghan Markle, look forward to 2024. She's also made a revelation about her son, who, yes, for some reason is taken after the mother. You know what they say, apples don't fall far from the tree. Prince Archie, that's his name, has just been found to have an inclination to the camera, the photo camera, or the, you know, any kind of camera. He just likes it. You know what children do? You know, they see certain things and they start getting interested in that. So, though he's only 4, Prince Archie already has developed a taste for royal, expensive photography equipment. Meghan Markle revealed this when she and the Prince Harry, became interested in taking pictures after spending time with their long friend and director, Miss Sam Harriman. Now, the inspiration runs deep in the family, as Meghan has reflected on a lot of things she did as a kid. And right now, her son, Archie, has taken that inclination to cameras. So maybe we might just be grooming another movie superstar in the family. You never can tell. I mean, this is like DNA, so I mean, it's not strange to hear. Moving on to another person who has been in the front of, you know, entertainment stories for a very long time. Like he's been there. Like he's been doing a lot of things for a very long time. His name is Ali Baba, Nigerian veteran comedian. Now he has gone on to say and reveal a lot of things that happened before he broke through the big screens to become the big superstar that we know him to be. Now, the veteran comedian Atunyota Alayula Akumbome, I spelled the name, I'm sorry, popularly known as Ali Baba, has claimed that he created most of the jokes Nigerians comedians tell. And I feel like that is very true, you know, because we've seen a lot of comedians recycle jokes in the past. So the king of comedy, as it's fondly called, said despite recycling his jokes, some comedians still feel he has done much. Some comedians still feel he hasn't done much for, you know, the comedy industry. So he spoke in a recent interview on a podcast where he revealed a lot of things, and part of the things he revealed was the fact that he was disowned, not technically disowned, but he was rejected by his father, who wanted him to do law, and apparently he ended up doing comedy. So I'll play that for you. You hear from the horse's mouth himself how he was thrown out for refusing to practice comedy. Practice law, rather.
My dad is a bookworm. He got his PhD at 86. I told him, I said, Daddy, I came from school to tell you something. He said, okay, have you been rusticated? I said, no. So what? I said, I've decided that I don't want to read law. You don't want to read law? Okay. And I said, because I want to do comedy. He said, yes, comedy like what? I said, crack jokes with it. He said, yeah, you're very funny. You're very funny. But just hold on. Called Endurance. That's my younger brother. Endurance. Come. And call there's some people. My dad is a bookworm. He got his PhD at 86. I told him, I said, because I want to do comedy. He said, yes, comedy like what? I said, crack jokes with it. He said, yeah, you're very funny. You're very funny. But just hold on. Called Endurance. That's my younger brother. Endurance. Come. And call Ajene. So my uncle lived like 2 blocks from us. So go and call Ajene. So my uncle came at about 10:15. So what is it? I said, I don't want to read law again. My uncle just got up. He said, now you call me comfort. You know, read law. Hey, that means he has found another father now. My uncle that was supposed to he has found another father to read law in this family. He said he won't read law. Now you call me comfort. No. So he was getting, I said, no, he hasn't told you what he wants to do. So he was coming towards me and said, hey, what did you say you want to read? I said, not to read. I want to become a comedian. My uncle. He was laughing. He said, comedian. Fact is, he said, Papa man, deal with him. But I don't want to have anything to say to this one. Oh, it's wasted. All the money and everything wasted. All the English that he speaks, wasted. So my uncle left. I knew I couldn't sleep in that house. Because my dad would beat me. So, as my uncle was going out, you have to go lock the burglary. So I went out, locked the burglary, and I didn't go back in. And my dad and I didn't talk from 1988 till 1998.
Wait, whoa! 1988 till 1998.
Yeah. 10 years.
Yeah. 10 years.
Did you try to reach out?
I tried. Went one time to call because I was in Benin. So I went one day, I heard I was going to worry. So I went to talk to him and said, they want to see me. So, but at that time, so this was the thing. So people ask, where did you get the inspiration to become a great comedian? I was committed. I was like, I want to prove him wrong.
Wow. Man, things really happen. I mean, for 10 years, his father stopped talking to him just because he wanted to be a comedian. And now look at where he is right now. One of the most decorated veteran comedians in Nigeria's history. Just imagine if he had made him go through the king of comedy in Nigeria. So many things parents are doing right now. Maybe this is for you. I would say something here that would cause so much controversy, but I wouldn't say, I'm not sure this is the right time. Maybe later on, or I don't even feel it's necessary to go through some educational steps, I mean, why, Dave, don't do this, right? Because a lot of people would come for me right now, but I don't feel it's necessary to go through some educational steps, right? Tertiary institution, not important. Secondary school, but primary, yes, But the child has a skill that child can work with and become a global superstar. You don't need to box that child into feeling the type of way just because you want your ego to be fanned. It's wrong. Really, really, really wrong. But I mean, we're Africans. Would still behave like Africans any day, anytime. Moving on to another story. Like I mentioned, Odumodu has made some revelations about him not being in a relationship. Now, the Nigerian hip-hop artist Tochukwu Ojogu, popularly known as Odumodu Black, has explained his relationship status. According to him, he's in a romantic relationship but has not been in love for about 6 years. I mean, how do you explain being in a relationship and not being in love and being in a relationships instead? But you can be in a romantic relationship, but you're not being in love. Is this even possible? I mean, Otomodo is just crazy like that. Moving on to another particular guy who has been very vocal about certain things. He seems to be controversial sometimes, but I mean, he's a comedian, so he likes saying stuff. His name is Mr. Jollof, a Nigerian comedian whose name is Freedom Akpetorisa, popularly known as Mr. Jollof, has apologized to Duncan Mighty after calling him out for refusing to show up for his Warri concert. Now, apparently, Duncan Mighty was paid 3 million naira. And then at the end of the day, Mr. Jollof discovered that he was sent only how much? 800,000 instead of the 3 million naira as refund. And he went on social media and he was like, "Oh, call Duncan. I'm looking for the particular tape. Let me play it for you so you get to hear Jollof himself calling out, yes."
When you know say you won't get problem with worry first. As you call yourself Potako first, so when you know say I be worry first. Now cash chance you give me for my 3 million, I be you dey. I give you 3 million naira, they give me 800,000. You be sporty. Oh but boy, you're gonna talk to Dr. Mighty making my money or Simo. Even we can self, make we can come.
For your life, they gon' come for your life.
All right, so that was what happened after he gave Duncan 93 million naira. But now tables have changed, tables have turned. The brother has come out to apologize, saying, let me even read his words. And it's funny how people, you know that saying, when you make me angry, I need your apology to be as loud as the insult, right? So he has come out to say, oh, it wasn't really his fault, blah 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 blah. He said, bros, I beg no vex. We youths are quick to react due to stigmatization. I didn't believe you would scam me, but the advices I was receiving from people was why I called you out. Wow. So you had to go and call a legend like Duncan Mighty out for owing you 3 million naira? Well, yeah, you get your money back, but you've lost the respect, that you had with this guy or the business transactions. But some other people feel like it's, when you have business deals with people, honor the deal. If you were to pay money back to the person, pay money to the person without you delaying the process. It is what it is. So Jollof has gotten his money back. He also went on to apologize to DJ Barbie after she sent him the but what is this thing with people getting paid for events and not coming and then sending half of the money back? It's wrong. I mean, this should end in 2023. All right, moving on, let's just touch on the trends before I get to the next part of the show. Burna is always trending at number 1. The reason is he was seen having the Ogulu's exclusive party, and Burna is that kind of guy who is serious about family. So the party yesterday, his father, his mother, his brothers, his sisters, his cousins, everyone together in one happy family. I mean, this is the life, right? Join yourself with your family, spending your money with your family. That it is. It's such a refreshing experience. But yes, that was what we saw yesterday. The exclusive Ogolo's party. It was hosted by Poco Lee, who was just doing the hypes, and everyone was enjoying it. Moving on to another trend, Portable and Mr. Phenomenal Charles Okocha. You guys thought it was a joke when they were saying they were going to box each other on Boxing Day. Yes, it did happen. And yes, Portable is now the latest heavyweight champion in Nigeria. I'm just kidding. But, it was a wonderful match to actually watch. It was crazy. It was funny. We saw Portable falling on the floor and Charles Okocha complaining that he was being cheated. But at the end of the day, Portable was declared the winner. I heard some people, arguing, was it yesterday, that if the match went fair and square, Portable would have been bitten black and blue. But yes,
is obviously stronger than Charles Okoye. Maybe we might be looking at a rematch, but you know what this Lagos industry people do? They use every opportunity, every trend, every, internet trend to just do something. So both of them are influencers, and they just use it to set up a boxing, game. And ever since then, a lot of celebrities have been saying, oh, I want to face this one in the boxing ring. And it's good. If somebody drags you out, maybe you shouldn't drag the person back. Just go to a boxing ring, organize a fight, and, match both of them together. All right, so Portable is trending. Keith Daniel is also trending. Remember, he was supposed to drop a new song this Christmas, and he did. It's been doing pretty well ever since then. Mr. Easy is also trending. He says he wants to sign just one artist in 2024. Who would that lucky person be? Maybe it's you listening to me right now, but I don't know. Feel free to shoot your shot at Mr. Easy. He wants to sign someone in 2024. Metro is still trending. You sound so Metro, man. Did anyone tell you that? Yes, and someone told me. Davido, by Spotify, the most streamed African song in the year 2023, unavailable. The brother has achieved a lot in 2023. All right, Mac Angel is also trending. Remember, he came out to apologize for the dress that was worn by Emanuela. But apparently, we might be seeing more and more skits from Mac Angel in 2024. But this was made known, a very shocking revelation that was made known by Alibaba himself, that Mac Angel is the richest comedian in Africa. Did you know that Mac Angel is the richest comedian in Africa? So all these things my goodness, a month from just YouTube skits. If I don't make money in 2024, I would do something. I go move. What is all this oppression? My goodness. All right, so that's for the trends. I'll come back, and then yes, it's Movie Thursday. I'll let you know the movies that have been making the rounds. You should definitely see this ones, okay? Don't go anywhere. Still Today 95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Hey there! Today 95.1 FM is ready to spice up your holiday season with this Christmas and New Year bonanza. Check this out. Pay for 3 jingles and get 1 for free. Pay for 5 and get 2 more for free. In case you're feeling extra festive, go for 10 big jingles and get 5 for free. What a time to be on radio. And hey, whether you like it recorded or live, we've got your back. Pay for 3 live or recorded programs and get 1 for free. Aim for 5 and get 2 extra slots for free. But here's the scoop. This week deal runs from December 11th, 2023 to January 15th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, please call 0818-389-2850. Today 95.1 FM, we are the voice of the people. Don't miss this holiday bonanza. After Oxygen, entertainment has to be the next best thing.
Because every chapter is unexpected.
At Today 95.1 FM, we know we entertain better, so we do it.
Life is too short to overthink your overthinking, so join us at 11 a.m. every weekday.
Let's give you a taste of sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Entertainment Today.
The ultimate entertainment extravaganza.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
welcome back. It's still Entertainment Today right here on Today 95.1fm. Time check is 11:36 a.m. Good morning if you're still sleeping. And if you're awake, yes, it's the best thing to do. All right, so let me take you through, since it's Thursday, right? Usually every Thursday I get to take you through the most amazing movies you definitely want to check out for yourself during the weekend, okay? I'm your plug for that. When it comes to movies, although I have been beat to that game by a particular person, he's been giving me the plugs for the movies lately. Shout outs to him. Yeah, so I'll let you know the movies you might want to check out this period. Now, you would want to go to the cinema with your friends and your family, so I'll let you know the ones you can watch, right? It's not something you go to the cinema, then you're scared, because, I mean, the movie's just one horror flick, but no, I wouldn't do that to you. Yesterday, I finally saw the movie Rebel Moon. Yeah, and my criticism for that particular movie would be that it was one of the best movies in 2023. I mean, totally abstract. For me, my number one movie for the year 2023 would be the movie Nowhere, right? Where she was trapped in the middle of the sea with no food and water. And, you know, she had to give birth to a child and take care of the child and had to feed the child for about a month. That movie, for me, was the peak of it. I mean, the concept was crazy. The location was epic. You know, the fact that they were even speaking English it just made everything wonderful. Because, I mean, you could see the pain that this lady had to go through. But Rebel Moon came in somewhere, not top 10, but it did come in very well. So if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. It's about a particular young lady who has to put up a resistant force against some rogue officers of a colony out of space. Now, if you aren't into sci-fi, what I'm speaking to you right now is French. But I mean, just take a listen to the trailer and then do well to check it out. Okay, I told you it's a great movie, so you can check it out.
When I found you in the wreckage of that ship, I considered leaving you. I was afraid you could bring trouble to us. What do you think they want? We're just farmers. We're not a threat. They won't just kill us, will they?
Okay, so something just got into my mind. You know the thing when you watch trailers and you go, oh my God, this movie will be... My dear, please don't fall for that prank again. Trailers can be deceiving lately. I've seen a lot of great trailers with whack movies at the end of the day. So yeah, you might want to consider going through the movie. Maybe just play some parts before you definitely want to see it again. Okay, so another great movie you should check out, especially for the kids. Yeah, Elemental. Now, I saw this movie before this time, and, you know, it did. I'm an anime fan, right? It did give me that chill, right? But at the end of the day, you know, when I see the sequel, I expect it to be better than this. I haven't seen Elemental 2, but maybe it'll be nice for your kids. So check it out. It's about all the elements impersonated as human beings. You know, fire, water, fear, everything. Just check it out.
Meet the residents of Element City. Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Oh, my new jacket.
Earth can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning. Water is always getting into something. And fire, as ordered, we run a little hot.
This shop is dream of our family. Someday it'll all be yours.
Well, we all live by one simple rule. Elements cannot mix.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Oh.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix. Hey! Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
Watch this!
Ember, I see a change in you.
What, hair guy? You live here?
It's my mom's place.
We got 2 kids that are swimming around here somewhere. Orca! Follow!
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes, but I never once asked what I wanted to do.
Try this!
Dad?
I'm definitely going to check out Elemental, and I'm taking the kids with me. So, this would be something I would want to watch with a friend or a family member or a kid, right? Definitely something I could do any day, any place. You know those kind of movies where you're skeptical about watching them because children are around? Definitely not Elemental, okay? It's a great movie, so go check it out. Now, I would mention one for the ones who are like, okay, Dave, I need something really, really strong. I'm into horror, right? If you are not giving me something that would make me scared, maybe you've not started. Let me look for something for you. Now, if you have seen Evil Dead, there is a sequel to it in 2023, and most people haven't seen that movie. If you're a movie head, maybe you haven't. You have, but if you aren't, check out the Evil Dead Rise. Now, I'm not really a big fan of Evil Dead. I'm not even a big fan of horror movies, but if this is your thing, yeah, enjoy. Enjoy getting scared, but maybe you should pray when you finish watching it, because, I mean, things happen.
No matter how busy you ever got, you always found time for me. And I can't believe I'm never going to speak to you
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother,
What is this, Danny?
here's what she said to me.
It's me. Don't let him take my babies.
This is what happened to Paul. It happened to us.
This evil creates terror through total chaos.
It's not ours to see.
I bet most of you were already screaming, like, Dave, what are you playing? Yes. For the horror movie fans, it's about a reunion of 2 estranged sisters that gets caught short by the rise of a flesh-possessing demon, thrusting them into primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of the family imaginable. So yes, if you are into horror, maybe this is something you might want to watch. So how many movies have I given to you? I've given you Elemental. I've given you Rebel Moon, and let me just squeeze in one more. Another movie that I definitely want to see, even if I haven't gotten the time to, Oppenheimer, which actually is a replica of what happened during World War II, where Lieutenant General Lacey Groves appoints physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer to work on the top secret Manhattan Project. And apparently this comes out to be the first nuclear bomb discovery that was made to man. Find out how it was actually made. Now, according to some reports, there is a documentary about this, and there is a book about it also. But you want to watch the movie so you can have some head start about it? Check it out. Created this weapon of mass destruction. All right, so that's for that. My movie picks for the week, Oppenheimer. Okay, it's finally up. Let me just see if I could play it for you so you get to listen to the trailer before you see the movie.
This is a national emergency. Detonator charged. Against the Nazis. And I know what it means. If the Nazis have a bomb.
I have a 12-month head start. 18. How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here. A secret laboratory. Keep everyone there until it's done.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
Build a town, build it fast. If we don't let scientists bring their families, we'll never get the best.
Why would we go to the middle of nowhere for who knows how long?
Why?
All right, so that's for that for my movie picks for the week. Elemental, Rebel Moon, Oppenheimer, and Evil Dead, right? Maybe you want to throw in a Candy Cane Lane somewhere in the mix and watch that. It's one of the biggest comedy movies for Christmas, starring Eddie Murphy. All right, so check that out. I'll go to a short break, come back, and then wrap up on the show. It's still entertainment today, right here on Today95.1 FM.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. A beautiful season where the most amazing memories are made. Sharing and spending good time with family, friends, and loved ones. As we celebrate this season and remember the birth of Jesus Christ, may the joy of this festive season abound with you and your family. And also, don't forget to show love and care to everyone around you, because it's the season of giving love and sharing. You can put a smile on someone's face. Merry Christmas to you and have a wonderful new year from Today95.1 FM.
Wonderful time of the year. There'll be much
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
welcome back. So quickly before I go, a lot of people have been asking, Dave, what's happening in PH City? I mean, where are the events going down this Christmas, this Yuletide season, the celebration? Where are the concerts? Where are the events? Where are the carnivals? Okay, I'll let you know. A lot of them happening in PH City. I'll let you know the exact locations where you can go turn up this Christmas. Remember, if you are in River State, you're visiting River State for the very first time, it's happening in Gokana. Gokana Carnival will be having the likes of Timaya, Wonder Banton, Chandler Dib, Donkin Mighty, a lot of them coming through this Christmas to celebrate in Gokana local government area. In PH City, we'll also be having the party with the Pablos. Yes, definitely going down, one of the biggest pool parties happening on the 30th. So you want to make your way down. It's a pool party, music, dancing, games. It's gonna be a very wonderful experience. And yes, so that's another very interesting place to be. Tomorrow I'll let you know another location where you can go turn up, okay? But I'm definitely gonna be at the party with the Pablos. It's happening at the Good House. So yes, find me there and let's have some Christmas fun together. It's been a while, right? It's been a while I stepped out. So I'm definitely gonna be stepping out before the end of the year. But yes, everything has to be done moderately, so you don't get yourself involved in some trouble just because you want to celebrate, okay? Now, if you want to follow me on social media for some more updates on this, go and check me out on socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Dave, why do I always say, I'm representing Today FM, so Dave Melford Robert, David Melford Robert on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter, it's David_Melford. For Today FM, it's Today FM 951. Today FM 951. Go there, connect with us, and do enjoy the rest of your day. All right? So, yes, this is where I draw the curtains on the show today. Stick around at the top of the hour. At the top of the hour, the world news will be up next, and then by 1 p.m. we'll have Buddy District with Faustina Putu. By 2 p.m., Talk That Talk with Lucky Maxwell, and then the sports crew would take over from 3 p.m. up until 4, where more interesting programs will be coming up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay tuned to Today95.1 FM. We are the voice of the people. Merry Christmas. I mean, the Christmas season is still on, and a Happy New Year in advance.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Fine girls for my gate. Vanessa did for my place. Dolani said did for my state. But I tell all of them to come out for my face. Come out for my face. If they like it, they talk when they start to put it. If you know they, I know mine to go celebrate. If you want me to sing, I go sing on my day. So I tell all the girls I see them later. Because of you, I spend my paper. I don't know what, only you did for my data. Oh, my data. You're the only fine girl that I know. Only fine girl in my soul. Only fine girl.
Voice of the people.
Hello, season's greetings. And we have good news for you and your business. We know it's holiday season, but your profit doesn't have to go on holiday, does it? Nah. Do you want double your profit in this season of celebration? We bring to you our Pay Less and Get More December promo. That is, you can now pay for 3 jingles and get 1 free. Pay for 5 and get 2 free. Best of all, you can...
Would they give anybody when they do well?
Nah, this is a monkey man. This monkey man.
And just when you think we're done, come on with us. Let's interact on today's Connect.
Is it free? I want to know. Is it Query Road free? I want to know. Traffic situation on the road. But this is Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM, your eyewitness report show.
Last week, you hear anything like that? This woman don't make arrest with me. I cover my eyes, see them there.
We go to play, we go to catch cruise, we go to enjoy ourselves because all work and no play.
I don't know why we're taking this serious. Is there any law that they have passed in this country?
It is. Let me tell you. Today 95.1 FM. We are your perfect companion from dawn to dusk. Every day. Every day.
Hey there! Today 95.1 FM is ready to spice up your holiday season with this Christmas and New Year bonanza. Check this out. Pay for 3 jingles and get 1 for free. Pay for 5 and get 2 more for free. In case you're feeling extra festive, go for 10 big jingles and get 5 for free. What a time to be on radio. And hey, whether you like it recorded or live, we've got your back. Pay for 3 live or recorded programs and get 1 for free. Aim for 5 and get 2 extra slots for free. But here's the scoop. This sweet deal runs from December 11th, 2023 to January 15th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, please call 0818-389-2850. Today 95.1 FM, we are the voice of the people. Don't miss this holiday bonanza.
Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Good afternoon. Many thanks for joining us. This is the World News on your Premium Talk Radio Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, and the headlines. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji signs 2024 appropriation bill into law with assurance to implement budget. House of Representatives Minority Caucus urges National Assembly Security Committees to investigate killings in parts of Nigeria. People of Rundele in Emoha local government area warns community outspark against illegal activities. On the foreign scene, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un orders military to accelerate war to counter confrontation by U.S. I am Lucky Maxwell. The Ekiti State Governor, Biodun Oyebanji, has signed into law the 2024 appropriation bill with an assurance that his administration is fully prepared to implement the budget for the realization of his administration's shared prosperity agenda. The 2024 appropriation christened Budget of Sustainable Growth and Development was presented to the governor by the Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Adeoye Arigbashoye, and other principal officers at the IXCO chamber of the governor's office at Ekiti. The 2024 budget estimate is 159,572,481,915.51, out of which 56% is appropriated for recurrent expenditure and 44% for capital expenditure. Speaking while signing the budget, Oyebanji reiterated his administration's determination to ensure that the budget is fully implemented to drive sustainable growth and improve the standard of living for the people of Ekiti State. Similarly, the Niger State Governor Umaru Bago has assented to the 2024 appropriation bill passed by the House of Assembly 7 days after he presented the budget proposal to the Parliament. The governor presented to the State Assembly a 2024 budget estimate of over 613 billion naira. Bago said his administration accorded respect to the independence of the legislature and read a riot act against members of his cabinet who failed to honor the invitation of the State House of Assembly for scrutiny and status inquiry. He also directed all the revenue-generating ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, to live up to expectations. Zamfara state government has again closed 11 cattle markets in some parts of the state until further notice. This was disclosed in a statement by the State Commissioner for Information, Muniri Haidara, saying the decision followed security reports that the bandits were using the markets to sell off their rustled cows. He said the state government has directed the security agencies to ensure compliance and arrest any person who violates the order. Haidara called on the people of the state to abide by the order and cooperate with the state government in its efforts to rid the state of banditry activities. The House of Representatives Minority Caucus has condemned the killing of over 150 people in Gashish and Rope districts of Barakin Ladi and Bokos local government areas of Plateau State. The minority leader, Kingsley Chinda, said the time has come to end the killings in the state. Chinda urged the military and other security agencies to be unrelenting in tackling the crisis until victory is assured. In a statement he signed, Chinda also called on the National Assembly security committees to commence a proper and detailed investigation into the persistent killings and provide legislative solutions to end same. The Ondo State government has declared a 3-day period of mourning in honor of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, who died yesterday. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa also ordered the national flags be flown at half-mast in reflection of the mood of the state for 7 days. According to a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adenio, the mourning period takes effect from today with fasting and prayers. The governor also announced the suspension of state government ceremonies during this period of mourning. Meanwhile, condolence registers have been opened at the governor's office and the government house in Akure, as well as state liaison offices in Lagos and Abuja. Contrary to reports in circulation that Governor Rotimi Akeredolu died of leukemia, the Ondo State government says the late governor died of complications arising from protracted prostate cancer. The State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Bamidele Olateju, in a statement said the 67-year-old Akeredolu died while receiving medical treatment in Germany. The commissioner said a letter has been sent to President Bola Tinubu to officially inform him of the development. Meanwhile, Lucky Aiyedatiwa has been sworn in as the 7th civilian governor of the state. Aiyedatiwa was sworn in by the Chief Judge of Ondo State, Justice Olusegun Odushola, at the governor's office in Akure. In his address, Governor Aiyedatiwa described the death of former Governor Rotimi Akeredolu as unfortunate and promised to complete all ongoing projects left behind by him. Meanwhile, 2 political appointees of the late Governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, have resigned their appointment. This followed after the special advisor to the late governor on union matters and special duties, Dare Aragbaye, and the chief press secretary to the governor, Richard Olatunde, resigned their appointment yesterday. In a letter addressed to the secretary to the state government, SSG, the duo said their resignation became necessary following the death of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. Also, the senior special assistant to the governor on special duties and strategy, Adedoyin Adebowale, also announced his resignation from the government. This is the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Many thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested the leader of a suspected armed robbery syndicate, Anthony Augustine, at Odani, Elelemo, in Obiakpa local government area of the state. A statement by the command's public relations officer, SP Grace Iringa Koko, said the arrest was made by operatives of its anti-cultism unit following a complaint by a victim. She said after painstaking investigation that led to Abia State, Augustine was traced to a brothel in Odani that served as a hideout for members of a syndicate. The police statement said Anthony Augustine, who is 22 years old, was finally arrested at Green City Estate in Odani, Elelemo, amidst widespread jubilation by residents. She said items recovered from the suspect include an iPhone XX, suspected packs of marijuana, POS machines, and locally made pistols. The people of Rundele in Emoha local government area of River State have issued a 2-week ultimatum to members of the Onelga Security Peace and Advisory Committee, OSPAC, in the community to refrain from illegal activities or fails disbandment. The paramount ruler of Rundele, His Royal Highness Damian Ejohuo, In an interview with Today FM's Thank God Amesi said, the OSPAC reneged on their rules of engagement, thereby putting the image of the community in bad light. Eze Ejiohuo particularly accused the leader of the OSPAC in the area, Nyeche Ajuru, of creating illegal cells where their victims are kept, warning that if they refuse to change at the expiration of the ultimatum, the community will be left with no choice than to disband the group and form another local vigilante.
Don't have a problem of insecurity in Rundele. Rather, our local vigilante outfit called OSPAC has conducted themselves so improperly that the citizens are not afraid of them, and they are operating outside the code of their conduct as handed over to them, handed down to them by the community. What do I mean by that? They will arrest people and put them inside their private cells. They don't have such an authority to do that. It's only when you arrest somebody, hand over to the police for proper investigation. They go into land matters and other issues in the community that they're not supposed to go into. The head of the Rospark, by the name Gift Oguchi, Nyeche, has become an outlaw. That young man, we are giving him in the next 2 weeks, if he does not behave himself properly, will disband Ospark.
Speaking on the traditional institution and the community, Eze Ejiohuo said they have resolved to ensure that every family is represented in the highest traditional body, which is the OHA.
In July this year, we agreed to do certain things in order to strengthen our traditional institutions, and OHA is number one on the list. So today we have decided that between January and March, every village in the 5 villages that make up the kingdom must produce 2 OHA so that we can have a strong traditional institution to administer justice and maintain peace in the place.
A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State, Darlington Oji, has accused the local government authorities and the local vigilante unit, OSPAC, of trying to assassinate him and his family. Darlington, who resigned as the chief of staff to the local government area chairman, made the allegation while speaking with Today FM's Sandra Kenneth. He said the special advisor to the local government chairman on political matters, Butch Nsirim, accompanied by thugs and some members of OSPAC, invaded his home in Ngbodo, Alu, destroyed his musical instrument, canopies and chairs, and also injured his wife and teenage son. Darlington further claimed that the move was intended to force him back into a position he had resigned from.
You know, we are in a festive period where we are celebrating the birth and resurrection of Christ. And as such, people are coming together to celebrate. I called my friends and their wives, my well-wishers and their wives, so that we can stay together and marry. The chairman of Ikwere local government mobilized his thugs through the OSPAC commander in our local Obinichiwodo and one Mr. Butch Nsirim. They came to my private residence in Modo and scattered everything. The extent they used iron to hit my wife and used a bottle to hit on my son. I was looking at them. And what is the question? I said, I resigned as his chief of staff and his former chief of staff. I resigned. I said I don't want to work with him. It's not compulsory. Accusation is done by force. And I've called him more than 20 times. He's not picking.
In reaction, the special advisor to the local government chairman on political matters, Butch Nsirim, dismissed the allegation as false. Nsirim claimed that members of the vigilante group raided the residence of Darlington Oji following a tip-off that he was organizing a cult meeting.
Men will wake up and start lying and start saying all sorts of things. As I speak to you, I'm in my house. It's most unfortunate that Darlington Oji will raise such allegations on the person of the chairman of the Ikwere local government, who is on record that no chairman amongst the several 74 local government chairmen in Nigeria has fought insecurity, has fought criminals and criminal elements with a level that no one can fathom. He has fought criminality. So aligning Samuel Wanaziki to crime in Ikwere local government is one thing I can't understand. I got a call this morning from a security agent that they just left the residence of Darlington Oji, that they got a tip that he was holding a cult meeting.
Both parties called on security agencies to intervene and investigate the matter. The Rivers Elders and Leaders Forum has vehemently opposed the recent peace agreement signed by the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, describing it as a political death sentence and a violation of legal and constitutional rights. Speaking on behalf of the forum, former Rivers State Governor Rufus Ada-George expressed the discontent at a press conference in Port Harcourt, stating that Governor Fubara had overstepped his legal authority by endorsing the presidential proclamation made by President Bola Tinubu.
We, the people of Rivers State, do not see any peace in this so-called Mr. President's peace proclamation. President's peace proclamation has elicited mixed reaction from many people and from our people across the country. Mr. Governor, sir, you stated categorically that you are a principal participant in the entire saga, and the presidential peace proclamation not as bad as being portrayed by those genuinely opposed to it. That proclamation is actually a death sentence as it breaches.
On his part, former Rivers East Senator Andrew Uchendu said President Tinubu and Governor Fubara should respect the federal system of government the Constitution upholds.
The Constitution has provided for the responsibilities of federal government under exclusive legislative list, and the state has its own responsibility. We want Mr. President to comply with the provisions of the Constitution, while Fubara, our governor, complies with those responsibilities that the states are charged with. No interference. Here, we serve as the soul of the state. We are not for anybody, only in the interest of the citizens of the state.
The controversial peace agreement, which was intended to quell tensions in the state, has instead ignited a new wave of debate. The people of Egi clan in Ogbaigbe Mandoni, local government area of Rivers State, have called on both the state and federal governments to make Egi land the oil and gas hub of Nigeria. The chairman of the Egi Professors and Academic Doctors Forum, Professor Daniel Ogum, made the call in Obite in Egi, on the sidelines of a summit to bring attention to the plight of the people and to draw up a development roadmap for the clan.
We have called on the federal government to come and invest here because we have given so much to the government of Nigeria in terms of oil and gas resources. We have also appealed to the state government to make Egeland the oil and gas hub of Rivers State. We have the raw material here. What is sent through the pipes to Bonny comes from Egeland. So we can invest enough here, invest very well, and the government will reap very huge profit. The people will also be happy. We have the manpower. We have the natural resources. And since these natural resources are here on earth, we are saying that our reward should also be here on earth. Our people have agreed on the need to fast-track our development.
On her part, the Rivers State Deputy Governor, Ngozimma Odu, who is from Egi, charged all Egi sons and daughters to support the initiative to grow and develop their land.
Every Egi person should buy into this because it's for our own good. When you do something that includes everybody, it makes it easier to drive. So my own take in it is that they have various subheads. They have education, technologies and innovation, they have farming, they have everything. So by the time all the discussants will highlight their points, then the communique will be issued at the end of the day. That resolution should be our guiding thought in going forward. So I want to say it's a wonderful idea to come together.
On the foreign scene, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered the military, including its nuclear program, to accelerate war preparations to counter what he called unprecedented confrontational moves by the United States. Speaking at an ongoing meeting of the country's ruling Workers' Permit, Kim set forth the militant task for the People's Army and the munitions industry, nuclear weapons and civil defense sectors to further accelerate war preparations. Kim also stressed that the military situation on the Korean Peninsula had become extreme due to unprecedented anti-North confrontations with the U.S. South Korea, Japan and the U.S. have deepened political and defense cooperation this year in the face of a record-breaking series of weapons tests by Pyongyang and recently activated a system to share real-time data on North Korean missile launches. In sports, Super Falcons defender Ashley Plumter has been nominated for Saudi Women's Premier League Goal of the Month. Plumter was nominated for her second goal in Al Ittihad's 6-2 win against Al Ahly. The centre-back scored a hat-trick in the first half of the game. It was her second hat-trick since linking up with Al Ittihad. It will be recalled that Plumter scored a hat-trick on her debut for the club. To end the news, as a summary of the major stories. We told you that the Ekiti State Governor, Biodun Oyebanji, has signed the 2024 Appropriation Bill into law with assurance to implement the budget. The House of Representatives Minority Caucus has urged the National Assembly security committees to investigate persistent killings in parts of the country. We also told you that the people of Rundele in Emoha local government area have warned the community OSPAC to refrain from illegal activities. On the foreign scene, you also heard that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered the military to accelerate war to counter confrontational moves by the U.S. Stella Sasongo, editor of the news. For comment and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good afternoon, I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Hey there! Today 95.1 FM is ready to spice up your holiday season with this Christmas and New Year bonanza. Check this out. Pay for 3 jingles and get 1 for free. Pay for 5 and get 2 more for free. In case you're feeling extra festive, go for 10 big jingles and get 5 for free. What a time to be on radio. And hey, whether you like it recorded or live, we've got your back. Pay for 3 live or recorded programs and get 1 for free. Aim for 5 and get 2 extra slots for free. But here's the scoop. This week deal runs from December 11th, 2023 to January 15th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, please call 0818-389-2850. Today 95.1 FM, we are the voice of the people. Don't miss this holiday bonanza.
It's been an exciting week. It's been an awesome week. And just in case you missed out on our big stories this week, we got you covered. Rewind comes up every Saturday, 6:30 a.m. And here you get your total rundown of all the big stories.
Intelligence, discovery, and quantum possibilities. Tune in every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on this station and be part of this journey as we address issues that relate to you and your tech life. It is Today's Tech Show on your premium talk, news and sports station. Today, 95.1 FM.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique dial.
Magnolia trees at night, sparkling bright. Fields of cotton love, wintry white. When it's Christmas time in New Orleans, a barefoot choir and prayer fills the air. Mississippi folks gathering there, 'cause it's Christmas time in New Orleans. You see a Dixieland Santa Claus leading the band to a good old Creole beak. Golly, what a spirit, you can only hear it down on Basin Street. Your kids will disappear when you hear, hallelujah, St. Nicholas is here. When it's Christmas time